And we'll start today's episode with our credits. Welcome back to Dragonlands. I believe this is our episode 16 that we've been playing so far here. And we're not on our normal weekly series, so it's kind of like we get a little extra episode in today to kind of hopefully close out this fight. But as we dive back in, what I'll say is that those arrows are raining down from that darkness. You can hear the growls of the two bugbears as they stand kind of pacing around you. Amnon is not, of course he's down, he's just on the ground, just quickly needs to be able to stand up. The frame of Machina, his shell is still there, lying on the ground, having sprawled off of that after that little little carrier that they had him on, little tarp, and Tempe has his blades ready to go. Bo is ready. Lady Silverhands is with one arm still preparing to cast, and our new sorcerer Red, who has arrived, kind of all back to back there in the midst of things. And that is, like I said, we'll pick back up as those arrows are raining down. And so we will again roll for our arrows, all of them again this time. Why can't I get that word?
In the meanwhile, last time I want to remind Ohan, I'd cast Sanctuary on Amnon. So anyone who tries to attack you needs to pass a wisdom save first.
Thanks, man.
And I had cast Haste on Bo.
I hate the way D&D Beyond records multiple rolls.
Oh, they add it all together.
It's like, why? I don't want to add them up. Like, you guys are dummies. Who adds all these? There should be an option.
Not sponsored by D&D Beyond.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, definitely.
You guys are all dummies. Orc Pub forever.
I know there's a way to see them. Okay, there we go. So we got first shots are... So we got a 26, a 24, 23, 23. So out of 10 shots, 4 are above 20. I'm going to apply those to randomly. Let's see. We're going to hit... One's going to hit Tempe. One's going to hit Demetria. How many did I say what I got? 4. Okay. One will hit Red. And the last will hit Bo. Let's go.
Is anyone standing within 5 feet of me?
Anybody?
I'm not sure
because I was standing right over Amnon.
If you look at if you look at, so you're right there.
We're all close, right?
Yeah, they're all within 10 feet. Actually, the sorcerer is outside of the range, but everyone else is. I'm gonna use average on this, so you're all gonna take 5 points of piercing or damage.
I'm gonna
All of
use
us?
Aura of the Guardian, and I'm gonna take that.
Not
away
all of
from
you. I mean, the
Tempe.
people I named. So I named
Yeah.
Tempe, Demetria, Bo, and Tempe, Bo, Demetria, and who else I said? I think I said Red.
Yeah, you said
Yep.
red.
Red. Yes.
Yeah, but I'm gonna use within 10 feet. I'm gonna use Aura of the Guardian to take that damage from Tempe. So Sean, you don't take any damage, and I take 10.
Yeah.
Okay. The next 10.
Or of these nuts, goblin.
Aura of get
Sorry.
fucked.
I'm sorry.
Aura of no
Yeah, I couldn't
no.
help myself. Couldn't help myself.
These are 5 hits. One going to Red.
You say 5 hit. What's the number though?
Oh, I'm above. I see your ACs here. So if I'm over, basically, if I'm hitting over 23, I'm assigning it. I'm just assigning it because I know I've hit you. Unless you're gonna cast shield and then try to block it or something like that, which you can do. I know your AC is 18. I know Demetrius 22. Bo's AC really 12? Jesus.
I'm a barbarian.
Oh,
I
yeah.
get hit, but I take
Yeah.
half damage.
Wow,
Yeah,
look at this
negative
unarmored
calm.
asshole over here.
So I
Out
pretty
here in
much
his trousers.
I pretty much know which ones are hitting. I'm pretty much I'm not even adding up anything under a certain, like anything under 15. I'm not even looking at it from the shot. So that's basically the way I'm doing it. But if it's like 15 or higher, or even 19 or higher, 20 or higher, that's when I'm looking at those.
Because I'll cast shield on that first volley, so 23
Okay.
meets it, beats it.
Okay, the second one I applied to you would have been 22.
So that would have
So
missed.
Okay. Oh no, that was the second. You applied shield to the first shot. This is the second volley that I applied.
It goes until the end of my next turn.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so we'll skill that one. Then the rest of them will go. One more Demetria. We'll go one to Amnon on the ground, and we'll go one to Bo.
If you're using attack rolls to decide who's going to get hit,
Mhm.
I don't know if you want whoever is hitting Amnon to roll a wisdom saving throw, but he does have Sanctuary up.
Okay, fair enough. That's gonna fail, and then I'm gonna
All
apply.
right, so it needs
one
to needs to
one
target
Lady
someone else.
Silverclaw. Okay, so then I'll apply one to Lady Silverclaw and one to, so Amnon doesn't get, but Silverclaw and his name Sagat will take hits, and they will take 5 points of piercing damage as those more arrows rain down. And I'm rolling these in groups because I kind of need to. And then, so those are all 5, and then the final volley is here. There are 30 shots being rolled.
Oy.
Oh.
And these look like, wish I could see them. I just wish I could see them easier.
They all fail.
These didn't do. Okay, so there was a nat 20 here for 24. Oh no, sorry. This is special. 26 is what these are, because my goblins are slightly custom. And so
like Malcolm's customizing garage for goblins.
yeah. So yeah,
Middle
there was one nat. It's a 26. I'm gonna apply that to Amnon, and
Now he's got to roll. He's got a wisdom save.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got a wisdom save. Dirty 20.
DC. Okay, yeah, that'll save.
Yeah,
Actually, wait. Hold on,
Is
because if
it?
it saves, let me see if it does anything.
And
Let me
then-
see.
Cheryl's channeling her Sith Lord with the hood up and
Yeah.
everything. She's just fucking it all up tonight. She's ready.
which is weird, but all she's doing is protecting right now.
I know. It's fantastic. Well, she's just Sith Lord against the goblins.
I think the rest of this shot was pretty. So 22.
My
So I got two
apprentice.
22s. So then I'll apply a shot to Tempe, Bo, and then another shot to Lady Silverhands. So she'll take a total of 10. Everybody else, and we're just doing averages of 5 on these shots for the sake of time. So every one of them is a 5. So she took 10. Stagot took 5 from his, and oh, sorry, I know you guys can't hear my music. Let's put that on. And I'm officially done. So the goblins have gone. This moves us to, since let's see where we're at in our combat.
And I rolled a 14 for my con save. Or concentration check.
Not for haste.
Okay. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just treat that, because those goblins had shot at the end of the last game. So I'm gonna treat them as done for this round, but we're just gonna start from the top for the sake of a brand new round. So Demetria,
Did Tempe take 5 points of damage there? I'm very
yes,
confused.
he took
Okay.
5. He should have took 5 twice at least. 'Cause
Right, but
I targeted him.
He
Yeah.
blocked 1, right?
Oh, blocked 1,
Yeah.
so he took 5. there.
I aura of the D's nuts. That
yeah.
one.
That's one of them. So I only took 1. Got it. I love it.
Oh, and anyone who has been hit by anyone who took damage, I now need you to give me a con save.
Man, shut up, Malcolm.
Dude, he's the demon. He can't shoot.
Fine.
Okay.
I got a
Cons-
20.
huge bump
That's
on that.
that's a pass.
Dirty
It's a-
20.
That's a pass. It's a con save 15. And you,
All right, so
I failed.
oh no! So all these arrows are raining down around you, like landing. As you, some of you are stepping out of the way. Some of them are like literally glancing off your armor. Some are just bouncing off, and then those that like graze you just kind of barely. Because I doubt any of you just have like a giant arrow with this much. You know, your hit points are still pretty high, so I doubt you're like hit fully with the arrow. But one of them kind of grazes Demetria's arm, like where her tattoos are, and right after she kind of feels. Feels like the sickness. She can tell that there's a poison in it. You are poisoned for this round, so all of your actions
Down
are
with
at
the
disadvantage.
sickness.
Yep. After your turn, though, you can make
Now how
another
that song
save.
went.
You can make a save every turn to get rid of poison, but this turn you are poisoned, so all your ability checks and actions are at disadvantage. Spells,
Poison.
not your spells though, but yeah.
Poison.
You suck the poison out.
Not
Out of
in
my bicep.
not in 6 seconds. You can't.
I got a thing for that. I believe.
Oh.
All right, so Demetria is
That wig lays down so good, Lex.
Oh, it sure doesn't. But the
From here, though, from this
the
angle.
compression
On
helps.
camera.
The compression helps.
Oh, maybe I do it.
Yeah, I'm technically supposed to be using wig tape with this, but I didn't want to buy any.
God, Lex, I can't believe you didn't buy wig tape for this. Like,
Where's your
are you a
commitment?
yeah.
Listen, this wig cost me $100.
Jesus.
actually, sorry, I'm off rare form. So Demetria, your initiative 19, so layer actions would have gone
Yes.
before. So at 20, what happens in this round right before you go, so that you can have a better understanding what's happening? You see how the goblins like snickering and running and hiding, and you can hear the goblins like shifting and moving back into hiding positions. Everyone give me a perception check. This is for all the goblins above, basically using their bonus action to hide, which they have advantage at, and they have a really good cover in darkness up there. So
I rolled an 11 with a negative
Okay.
1, 10.
Bro, I rolled an 8.
14.
That dice goes away.
okay,
Timeout corner, you go.
I actually rolled a couple loads, but I still beat all
5.
those so far. So there are goblins up there, but like you'd be firing in the dark. You can't see them. Like they are
spraying. Just...
Yeah. Like they've ducked into holes. And then you hear this get on the way. One of the giant tents just goes flying. Ah! The goblin gets slung aside. As from 4 corners of the room, this large room, these huge ogres are showing up. for you all, I think for the left hand, this would be a terrifying situation. I think even for some of the strongest heroes, but for a group that has trudged the levels of hell, this is probably just another day for you. So I don't think you all look concerned or in fear, but these are this is, and you hear Bo in your draped under you, the little ears of Snatchel under your cloak goes, oh, they're calling for backup. Here they come. And then the fourth ogre has this big contraption, like a backpack hoisted over him. Looks like a little mini fortress, and there are goblins inside of it aiming at you all. To give you a better view of what this looks like, there's the two ogres there showing up. There's the one running in from this way through the marketplace. There's the one here. Also, somebody has let one of their pets or something they were selling off the leash. As
That poor pig.
The camera movements makes me feel like I'm watching an ESPN like highlight reel.
Somebody pointed out the pig. There is a greasy pig over there.
No, it makes me feel like it's the part of a level where we're entering into the space and the camera is really quickly zooming on, like, you need to take this item and bring it over here, and the bad guys are over here.
So
the camera's about to return to over the shoulder any second now.
Yeah. So there you are. There's your setup. So now, Dimitri, you have more to inform you. This blood spot is essentially the body of the ogre that Bo bashed destroyed.
Where's the pile of ash to mark the one that I disintegrated?
Yeah, that was just like that
one's in the
down
wind.
there.
That one's in the wind. Okay.
All right. Have at it, folks.
So Demetria's going to look disdainfully at her bicep where that, like, poisoned blood is trickling out of her now, not ruined, but her now messed up tattoo. And she's going to grip her fist, and the Bahamut sigil on her shield is going to glow lightly as I use as I heal myself for 5 hit points, or I use 5 lay on hand points to neutralize the poison immediately and just completely turn it into, like, white steam rising out of the cut. And then I'm going to look down to Amnon and be like, whatever you're going to do with Machina Doc, you better do it fast. And I am going to bonus action cast. I was just looking at it.
Love it.
Bonus action, I'm going to... Yeah, bonus action, I'm just going to recast Sanctuary on because it's going to last, or no, wait, never mind, I don't do that. Instead I look towards which one of these big ogre guys looks like he's in charge.
None of them seem to be. If anything, the bugbears seem to be the ones like, go get them. Like there's the bugbears seem to be calling out. The biggest of the ogres, or the more menacing of them, I don't want to say he's necessarily in charge, but the one carrying the little fortress on his back is probably like the strongest of them.
Okay, then Demetra is going to turn towards that ogre, and she's going to look down towards Amnon and say, whatever you're going to do with Machina Doc, you better do it fast. And then she's going to turn towards that ogre, point at him with the Mace of Disruption, and I'm going to cast bonus action Compelled Duel.
Oh, damn it.
So you attempt to compel a creature into a duel. One creature that you can see within range must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is drawn to you, compelled by your divine demand. For the duration, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than you, and must make a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from you.
It failed. So you just see the thing just looks enraged, like starts laughing.
And then I would like to move. And then I would like to
jiggling.
move my entire movement and meet it away from Amnon. So I want to... Yep.
So you are moving to it. Yep. Nice.
All right. So Sanctuary, by the way, so I reread the spell. So Sanctuary lasts for 1 minute, but it drops if Amnon attacks anything. So it will stay up. I thought it would end at the end of my turn, but no, it continues until you attack something.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Okay, so Dimitri goes rushing towards it, meeting this thing in battle as it like pulls up its shield to try to block as her mace glows and she's like leaps towards it. That's where they're at the moment. This moves us from, let's see, from Demetria to Red, and Red, you are right there. If you can see yourself, right next to Demetria, like lower left.
Yep.
Right here.
I will move towards the bugbears.
Oh, jeez. What did I do?
And next to Amnon.
Okay. Move to the bugbears. All right. So
Yep.
we're moving. Over here. Leaps over any particular choice, or is that fine?
Yep, that's fine.
All right.
And then I'm going to attempt to intimidate them. So I'm going to hold action, fireball
Ooh.
at. So you said magic of certain levels is blocked. Does that mean I can't upcast?
You cannot. Well, if you were upcast, that takes it to a level beyond where basically anything. Yeah, if you upcast to level 4, it's probably not going to work. It's probably going to fizzle out. So I know Fireball is level 3, right? So that would work. But if you upcast it, it might fizzle out. Because remember I said the deeper you go, but you guys are only level 2. Maybe Tiamat's magic is still permeating this level. You don't know. So I'll leave that to you to decide.
Anyway, I'll hold action, fireball, and then you say, I've dropped fireballs at my feet before. You think I won't do it again?
It seems to be in such the moment. I imagine maybe your finger kind of lights on fire. Bugbears aren't necessarily always the smartest, so let's. What you want to give me intimidation?
Yep.
I'm gonna give the bugbear advantage because of the low intelligence of caring about dying in this particular moment.
Well, that's an 18 plus 9, so 27.
Okay. So what you don't see is like the bugbear kind of looks like when he sees the flame. It doesn't necessarily look like it's gonna stop fighting, but it looks like it's trying to change direction. Like you're not the creature it wants to fight. So it does look shook. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, sorry, Amnon. The hold action is if it attacks, dropping the fireball at my feet.
You're dropping fireball at your feet. And
That's my hold action. Is if
so you're unholding it now.
Yep.
Yep, and so you're burning 20 foot. So you're burning you're burning the pig, the stalls where you place this fun. So you're just burning you're burning all that shit up.
I'm pretty much doing self-destruct as a Pokemon.
Oh, but you're centering it on you, because that's gonna hit your friends. This red doesn't care. Because I've heard people say, "Oh, I want to put the fireball." This fireball's right here. Then is what you're saying.
Yep.
Okay. Everybody, I need a silver claw bow. Amnon.
Well, I got out of there at the right time.
Silverclaw gets advantage on saves.
Everybody give me a deck save. Bugbear's doing deck save.
Oh no, I didn't drop it.
2 goblins. You didn't drop it.
Oh,
I thought you said you dropped
He's
it.
holding it. He's holding it.
Okay, I heard you say, "Oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and drop it." Got it.
If
Okay,
they
so he's
call the
holding
bluff, I'm dropping it at my feet.
it. Okay.
That's
Got
what I
it.
said
So
I
you
would
all
do.
can see the flame go up to let you know Red's not playing around. The goblins have already fired from last. So the ogre that has the contraption on his back marches forward to meet Demetria in battle, compelled by her magic, by her holy magic. And he will attack with his... He's not carrying a weapon, just a shield.
Let's dance,
So-
big boy. Come on.
Let's see. Only gets...
Let me get some D10s out.
We have a talk about Demetria's self-destructive path after this match.
It's to protect the party.
He is not going to hit Demetria. So he swings Demetria. It's like, it's one of those swings where you see it coming a mile away. You're just like, just kind of like
Neo
duck
bend.
down, and it just kind of smashes into the concrete, leaving a chunk out below. And then he kind of tucks back in his shield, and then the other little goblins inside start to fire down at you from their cover. Let's see, we're gonna roll. That's not going to hit. So one arrow comes at you, Demetria. Another arrow misses. Another arrow glances off of your shield. Nothing. Goblins have nothing on you as they shooting and throwing javelins from that little, space up there. We move from... So that creature has nothing left. Then it's the ogre. So first ogre rushes in here.
Opportunity attack.
Okay.
And I'm gonna Great Weapon Master. Does a 15 hit?
15. Let me see. I think it might. It just hits. Yes.
Hey.
For 31 damage.
Jesus. So like
Favorite moments in D&D when Malcolm says Jesus.
And what weapon is he famous for? What his bow use again?
His glaive, his amethyst encrusted glaive.
So you leave a huge slash in this thing's like in the belly, in the fat meat. Not enough to spill its guts, but enough for it to be like almost want to clutch it and hold on for dear life as it opens up. Blood begins to run out. That ogre is not feeling happy right now. As this happens, the second ogre. Oh wait, so that was opportunity attack. So that ogre will attack with its great club.
That's a great club.
19 to hit, doing 13 points of bludgeoning damage to Bo. The next one will attack Tempe for 19 to hit, which I think that hits Tempe. All right, and then it's using
Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna use defensive duelist.
Okay.
It adds 4 to my AC, so he don't hit nothing.
You don't hit.
Hey.
So she swings that kind of ugly ogre swings down. How do you just kind of like dodge out of the way, or you block it with your blades?
I'm gonna dodge out of the way.
Okay.
It's like a beautiful dancer.
It slams in the ground. She's trying to pull that heavy battle axe out of the ground as the other is trying to stab with its javelin downward at Lady Silverclaw. So that one is a 16. That's going to hit. She will take 15 points of piercing damage. She looks like, if I'm not mistaken, she's at 95 hit points.
95. Okay.
And then we move. So the ogres have all just kind of rushing in wildly. So far, Red is watching this as they gotta go rushing in all around you. We move to Bo. Camera pans around the Bo.
I'm gonna hit the ogre. I'm gonna try to finish him off. I'm gonna do all these attacks reckless and do Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
14. Does 14 hit?
14 does. I think. Let me check. It's a different ogre. That does hit.
Sweet. Shit. Okay.
Same ogre that you just sliced, right? Coming in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
32 damage.
Fuck. I liked his mini.
No.
So you just like within 2 swings, one of them just drops life. If the guts literally spill this time, he drops his mace, trying to put him back in as he collapses over onto the ground.
And then I'm gonna do the one that's behind me, or the next closest one to me.
Got it. So I guess that'd be this one right here.
Shit. Yes, that one. I got a 23 to hit.
Oh gosh, yes, it hits.
What the new guy can't do in perception checks, he makes up in damage.
Am I adding this up right?
The 0 is a 10, not a.
Don't do that.
Are you doing a
okay.
D1?
No, it's it doesn't matter.
It's
It's 87. No, it's 33 damage.
All right. 33 to that one. Yep, he's not looking good. So you guys are bows just lethal.
Third attack.
And
blow.
Yep, third attack.
That's a nat 20. That's a nat 20.
Malcolm's just.
And then
Give me the damage. I doubt she's
Okay.
not dead.
okay, so I'm gonna do 3d10 plus 2d6.
I hope you weren't
Uh,
emotionally attached to any of these motherfuckers,
Oh,
Malcolm.
do you not have brutal critical?
I do. That's 3d10.
All right.
All of them have families. All of them have children. This was
All
her
of
first
these
day back after maternity
Man.
leave, Lex. I hope you know that.
You know, we tried to talk, right? We tried.
We always do.
39
Yeah,
damage.
Malcolm, I knew
remember
you'd
that.
make a face.
So-
Check the tapes. Check the tapes.
and then Malcolm.
As you're smashing an ogre's head to death, as Bo is literally murdering one of them, you're like, "But hey, we didn't come for that." Like,
and then are there
I mean,
any?
the new guy is redeeming himself in my eyes.
yeah.
Were there any other enemies within 5 feet of that ogre?
Thankfully, no.
Oh.
And I'm being real, so you're here. Around. Yeah, no one.
Damn.
Next time.
Next time. But I still have one more attack.
Okay.
Oh.
At my bonus action, I can hit with the backside. So I'm gonna
Good Lord.
move to the ogre next Tempe.
Man,
Slide to the left.
deprive Tempe of
Slide
his kill.
to the right.
Tempe
No, it's
just
okay. This one
waiting.
doesn't
By the
feel
time you
bad.
get to your,
Malcolm's trying to
you
start.
gonna let him on
Malcolm's out here
stage you
trying
like
to
that,
start-
Tempe? You just
no.
gonna stand there, just let this dude just
Malcolm
run
is
around.
like,
21.
Tempe is incredibly impressed by Bo. He's super happy about
Malcolm
what's
is like,
happening.
what is my greatest tool in my arsenal? Tempe's disdain. Let me try and weaponize.
21 to hit, and then that's 26 damage.
All right. Jeez, he'll take that. So that one is dead. So 26.
Yeah.
You know the deal. 1 to 2 hits. You at this point you're like John Wicking it. You're sizing up. It's like chop here, slice there, they go down, right? Like that's where we're at.
We just see like hovering above Bo's head is like combo ×3, combo ×4. Great job.
Finish it.
And so, Bo, does that end your turn?
Yes, Malcolm. That's my turn.
Lex
Let's
is like,
see.
I will cause problems for Malcolm on purpose.
You know, there was a time when I was like building him, and I was like, he's not that strong.
You mean when he was an infant? When you were making him as a toddler?
Okay, the slod, this kind of like frog-looking creature, like slimy-looking. It almost looks like if a frog and a chameleon lizard were to birth, kind of like the old battle toads back in the day. This thing.
Ooh, I understand that.
As the Amnon is trying to get up, it just looks like it's going for the first thing that's down, looking for a meal. It will attack.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. All right.
DC 15.
DC 15.
Yeah, let's see what kind of wisdom this thing has.
Well, it rolled a 16. Was it 15? Minus 15. It will just fail. All right.
Hey!
Um.
The shield of Bahamut shimmers over Amnon's form.
Yeah.
So it gets 3 attacks. So the first attack, since it cannot attack Amnon, it will attack Red. Will Red drop the fireball?
Oh, see, this is where Malcolm's gonna try to do it. See what's happening here? I see what's
Try to
happening.
attack. I think it's try to attack. I think it has to re-roll for something else. It has to
Does
do
it have
like
to
a
does it have to
totally-
do something else?
Let me see.
So it tried to attack. What happens if it, because it failed, right? So does it have to deflect? Does it have to turn the attack somewhere else, or what happens? Does it lose? I don't.
Let me see. It says on a failed save, the creature must choose a new target
Okay.
or lose the attack or spell.
Yeah. So it's choosing a new target. It's gonna go after. It's gonna go after Red with bite.
What check would I make to determine if this froggy thing is like allied with, or is it just acting on its own?
You said it was an animal, right? It was someone's pet.
You can give me a nature check to see if you know the creature.
Nature. Ah, good old -1.
So you have no clue. It does have a chain, like a broken chain on its neck. So it looks like it. And you hear a little goblin in the back, like, no, like screaming as it goes kind of rushing through. It goes after Amnon. It's forced to go from Amnon to you, swiping.
I rolled a 9 total. -1 is my modifier to it.
Yeah. It does. It's still you don't get anything from it. It got a dirty 20 to hit you.
It will hit.
Yep, it will do 9 piercing. The other hit will. How many claws does it take? 1 bite and 2 claws. Okay, so the claw, I need a con save from that one. The second claw hits.
That'll be 21.
Okay, you're good on the con save. I need
Then I need to make a concentration check.
Yep, and then another con save.
And then another concentration check.
And you take another 7 on the second claw. And then for the bite is gonna miss.
So I took 7, and what was the other one?
So the 7 and 9 were the claw. One claw damage was 9, one was 7, and then you passed one. Did you do the second con save?
Yep.
Okay.
Got a 12.
That will fail.
I thought it was half the damage or 10.
Oh
minimum.
no, you did no. In terms of your concentration, that passed. Have you done a second Constitution save?
Yes, that was a 21.
Okay, then that's fine. All right. Let's see. After this, so this thing is kind of like clawing at Red. Red is kind of defending against it. We then move to Amnon.
All right. So Amnon's just gonna look over at the creature and see the giant, battleship that she's fighting, and then he's gonna cast Relentless Hex on the ogre, and that will give the ogre and all the goblins on his back 5 damage, mental damage.
Okay.
And you're no longer sanctuaried.
No. And then
I think
Wait,
also
say that again.
technically-
Who were you giving damage
So,
to?
because sanctuary drops when you damage another creature, or you like attack something. So, Amnon's sanctuary drops, and I think that takes me out of compelled duel as well. Because the
Okay.
spell ends if you attack any other creature. If you cast a spell, target hostile creature other than the target. If a creature friendly to you damages the target or casts a harmful spell on it.
so then it must have dropped a while ago. Must
Yeah,
have-
on the big ogre.
Oh, I see.
It's cool. I'm up here though.
So then, so everybody within 10 feet of the ogre will will take a 5 damage, and then I'm gonna roll over to Machina and use my action.
10 feet of which ogre?
The big one that Demetrius fighting.
Oh, okay, that one.
So all the goblins too.
Yeah.
So there are no goblins within 10 feet of that
On its back.
ogre. Oh yeah, on the back. Yes.
10
That's
They all
feet
take-
up. 10 feet up.
And they take how much damage?
5.
5. Okay. They're all holding on for dear life.
for now.
It's a bad headache, man. And then I don't know what this is gonna entail, but I want to look at Machina and see if I can get his brain in.
Okay, so what you just do was an action? It's gonna be. I'm gonna tell you this. If you was it a bonus action what you just did?
Yes.
Okay. 6 seconds is going to be nearly impossible to install his brain. It's like the same thing I said last game, is that this does not look like something you can do in an action.
Okay.
And to even try it in combat would be literally to give up round after round working on it. So if that's what you want to do, you can. But it's not. It's just. It's not even a DAT 20. It's not possible.
Okay. Yeah. No worries. No worries. I didn't know how that was gonna work this game.
Yeah. Because remember, you have like take. So you got like. Let's even if you got like the top of his head off. You look inside there, you see all the electrodes and like spaces and connectors that need to be connected. It doesn't look easy.
Yeah.
While arrows are raining down.
Everyone just look at him and go, fuck it. And then he's gonna pull out the collar and spin it around his hand a little,
Okay.
and just kind of spin it and just start firing the Eldritch Blast, like, you know.
Okay.
We'd always try and grab him and bounce. Do we know where the exit is out of this floor?
Yep. The exits.
Ooh, okay.
If this is the structure, you know that based on your map would be south.
Okay, so at the very least, if we need to, we can try and abscond with Machina.
Sure.
If that's what we want to do.
Okay.
If Bo gets tired of killing ogres, we can always try and
Okay, so
is any of that communication about leaving the room being said, or no? Okay. Not for basically for you all's purpose. Are you guys quickly talking to each other or no?
I think Demetra is too far away. She's over there with that giant ogre.
No, you know what? No, this no. So because Amnon was looking at the map before he saw Machina, he'll yell to push south.
He's gonna yell to push south.
And that's the opposite direction that Dimitri is in, right?
The complete, yes. The complete. That's very true, Tempe. Good job.
Thank you, Tempe, for having the most Tempe immediate thought following that statement.
Snatchel peeks his head up from under the cover and looks at all the the blood everywhere in the floor.
I just push him back in.
And he goes,
Can I just real quick interrupt the game? I had a dream that Snatchel. I didn't know if Snatchel was real or not. I thought it was something until this session. I don't know if that says so much about how much I drank last session or not.
And he goes, the arrow goblins, they're going to keep coming. They'll know where you're at. If you want to move quickly, Snatchel knows Snatchel knows the commands for the racing snails.
Racing snails?
Ooh.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Definitely had that voice though.
Snatchel.
Let's go to the
Return of the
racing
King.
snails.
Hold on. Hey, did we calculate my Eldritch Blast yet?
Oh, have you made any rolls?
I have. I was just waiting for. I was just waiting
Go
for
for
it.
it.
Share with the class, Ohan.
Yeah, Han.
And who are you targeting with these?
Amnon.
There's 2 goblins on top of that ogre, right?
So the goblins that are 2 goblins on top of the yes, there's 4 goblins in this on top of the ogre. They've all been hit with 5 damage, right? So was that an area effect that hit all those goblins? That did 5 to every one of them? So yeah, they all took 5. So they're all still alive. So yes, there's
there's 4 of them in there. So let's see here. So my first Eldritch Blast is gonna hit one of the goblins.
Okay.
I rolled a 10 to hit. Does that hit?
A 10 will miss. So you end up tearing off like the top, like made of straw and wood. She goes blowing away. The goblin's like, oh my god! As they like snicker down. They get plus
and then-
4 to their AC in here. Now, yeah, because you're shooting at the goblin. So yes, that.
So, and then the next attack is a 25 to hit.
It's gonna hit.
Okay. So that is 12 damage, force damage to that goblin.
So one goblin just turns into pink mist off the back of because imagine the blast that comes out of your hand is probably the size of this little midsection. Like you just see limbs go
Well,
scatter.
actually, it's focused through the collar.
Oh yeah, so it's even worse. So that, but I imagine the collar's curved, so it would probably like form a beam in the middle and then still fire out about the same pulse, about so big. So yeah,
I picture Amnon kind of holding it like a scythe.
like a scythe. Yeah, okay. I could see you holding it like it's so, but the way it's like so a scythe would go like that, like a crescent
like,
moon. But the way it's more like that. So if he held it wherever the top of it has an opening in the middle. But yeah, I like that. Kind of looks. I can imagine it looks more like a scythe.
Yeah. And then the last hit is to the ogre himself for a 28 to hit.
It's gonna hit.
Okay. $15 damage.
15. And you hear this little voice scream out over the commotion of some of the "Why are you ruining my bazaar?" Like it's like coming from like somewhere in this direction.
Oh.
How much damage?
That was 15.
15 takes it. All right. It staggers back with one fist clutching his chest, clearly not doing a good job with its shield to block. All right. Anything else from Amnon?
All done.
All done.
I have spoken.
There are
This is the way.
some bold goblin guards rushing in.
Now I'll drop the fireball.
God, Jameson.
All right, so then give me so fireball. So everybody give me a dex save that would have been in there. I'll still move any of the ones that would have gone in to that fray.
That's a dex save 17.
Ooh.
Damn.
How many of us have to? Is it just me? Am I the only one there?
Amnon needs to make it. You need to make it, Tempe.
I rolled the
Demetrius is outside of it.
I'm with
I rolled a
Bahamut. I don't know him. I don't know him.
I rolled a 19 on my own dex save.
I rolled
I
a
was
19.
prepared for it.
And Lady Silverclaw needs to make it. So Demetria, make one for
I
her.
saw you move her in there.
One. No. I
saw you move her in.
No.
Wow.
No. All I did is readjust where she's at on her space so that I could test if she was
Interesting.
actually.
Mhm.
So she was like
Yeah.
sitting here.
Uh-huh.
I just moved her promptly into her space that she should be in. Because that reaches.
Does it, Malcolm? Does it reach?
It reaches.
Malcolm's afraid I'm gonna try to cancel him again.
Yeah, we're gonna see a video
Cancelled.
cut.
Comment down
during-
below.
Yeah, there's gonna be a video cut beforehand, so we just don't see the adjustment.
I mean, these goblin. Every goblin that rushes is fucking.
It'll be
practically
not
dead.
Han
So-
shot first. It'll be Malcolm moved Silverclaw.
How high is the ceiling?
60, 70 feet up.
Oh. Alright, so it's
Oh,
not
why
hitting
is that the funniest shit that's happened all week?
So like, yeah, those
Anyways.
goblins are dead.
Oh.
I need to make one for the slod.
I don't know what her dex save
It's
bonus
gonna
is, but I rolled
fail.
a 17.
Two?
Wait, for who? For
Silverclaw.
oh, I
Two
already rolled for
bugbears.
her.
Well,
One of the
whatever.
bugbears passed, and the other bugbear failed. So we got a failed bugbear here, right close. A failed slod.
You fail. Good
Ah,
day,
terrible.
sir.
And the ogre failed. So all three of those. Okay.
Fail.
Wait a second. Did I click the right thing?
Cheryl, you drinking?
Yeah.
Remember, our
Y'all having
sponsor?
way too much fun in this
Our
fight.
I was just checking. I was just checking.
Our
'Cause
sponsor.
she
for
sounds
this
like
week.
me this session. So I was.
She does. I'm like, this is not Tippy Cheryl. This is like Sean Cheryl today.
That'll be 24 damage.
Oh yeah, they're all. Let's see. Slot takes.
I have
20.
to enjoy. I have to enjoy today while I can.
You should absolutely.
So Slot takes 20. Takes the full damage. The bugbear takes the full 24. Oh, he's not. This one's like all toasty and like smoking. His hair's all fried, like in a cartoon. The other
Wile E.
one
Coyote
passed, so he
covered in
took,
ash.
Yeah, the other one took half, so he's batting the flames off of him. And then the other ogre.
And
So-
I pass the concentration check for haste.
All right. Jeez.
Lady Silverhands has resistance to damage from magic. So.
Okay. You got it. Then this moves us from
I warned you.
let's see, it would be Lady Silverclaw and then our champion Stagat's turn.
How much
And
damage?
Lady Silverhand could have counterspelled that.
She could.
She could have.
I could have counterspelled
We
that.
all could have.
We've established in prior episodes that we are quite capable of counterspelling things. Thank you.
How much damage was that fireball? Because I rolled a 6 to avoid it.
That was 24.
Sweet, thanks.
It rolled 3 1s and 2 2s, and then like 2 6s. Like it was awful damage.
I miss Machina.
If I was closer to you, I would take that damage. But alas,
I believe you.
I am over here minding my own business.
And I'm not used to getting hit right now, so it's kind of weird.
I'm gonna have Silverclaw just do a firebolt at the ogre that Demetra's fighting.
Everyone trying to steal my kill. Fine.
What's her? That's 9. 25 to hit. 4d10.
Jeez.
Sorry,
For
you're doing
18
that
fire
damage to who?
damage.
To who?
The ogre that Demetra's fighting.
The big one. 35, you said?
Sure. No, just kidding. 16.
16. Okay.
No,
Take
18. Sorry, 18.
Fire damage.
Yeah.
All right. Some of the fire starts to catch the little rickety shell. The goblins are like trying to thinking about jumping out as it's starting to burn on its back. Hold on though, they're like shaking and starting to get real rickety.
We wanted to kill things. We were
Burn
all
their
Yes.
house down.
Yeah, this is just a
Little
massacre. This is awful. Like
a little
Hey, they
tiny
can-
fire alarm
hey,
starts
hey,
going off.
They can stop whenever they want.
That's true. We did try to talk first.
The exit is to the south.
We don't meet. We just walk there.
all right, who's up? So then Sagat would go
Sagat.
next.
He
You think
turns
about-
to whatever's closest and he attacks.
Yes, it would be. He could fight. I imagine he was fight side by side with Demetria, right? So
All right, sure. Yeah, I'll let him have
I
it.
mean, you
He'll-
guys tell me. You guys. I mean, it's you guys.
Yeah, he'll be there. He'll be there, and he'll
'Cause
attack.
he-
He gets
plus 9, I think, to hit.
Yeah. So that's a 19 plus 9,
Oh yeah, he's hitting.
and because he is not above his final health, he gets to add an extra doohickey. 8, 13 plus 15 slashing damage.
But he's not considered hurt. His new hit point is just max. Did you give
Yeah.
him something big? Okay, cool.
Well, no, because it's his. If his hit points are above half of whatever.
Oh
his,
yes.
His
Okay.
max is, he
Yep,
does that
then he's
extra
good.
damage.
Does that extra damage?
And so then, second attack, it's probably gonna hit 14.
That's gonna hit.
Oh, okay.
No, that's not gonna hit.
Oh.
Different. I'm looking at different
Okay.
ogre. The Howdesher has a little bit more armor. That just misses for that attack.
All right, and his
I
champion.
know it doesn't mean
final
much,
thing.
but I need every little win I can get here. So sorry.
Well, the next one's a 15.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Next one's a 15.
That one's gonna hit.
12, 14, 16 slashing damage.
All right.
Swapa.
I think we all know once these characters get to Skullport, they are getting offloaded.
You are sending our NPCs to a farm upstate. They can run around with the other NPCs there. You know, they'll be happier.
So he's like staggers back. The little goblins in the top are you see them burning.
No!
Throws off the backpack and he's staggering back, but he's still alive, just barely hanging on. That's what I got for Stagat. If he's
You
done,
just hear Malcolm just say in a little goblin voice, "What a world!"
what? Yeah. Oh,
Thank you.
what a word. Okay, so it is. It's the Bugbear's turn, who are probably they're not feeling good about this at all, but they have not been called up. So the Bugbears, I'm gonna check their morale because they don't get paid enough necessarily. You have a feeling that they're hired muscle. Yes. Did I miss something? Was somebody saying something?
Yeah, I did. I'm gonna move computers.
Okay, go for it.
Yes.
I'll keep going while you're doing it. So these Bugbears probably aren't going to do much, but gonna test their morale. All right, 2 of them will stay. The 2 that are there will stay in the fight. The others that are there's 2 that are watching from off screen that you all don't even see, and like kind of in the shadows. And like, oh fuck this, man! I don't get 5 copper pieces. Let's go to Xanadu,
5
man.
copper pieces.
Not- 5 copper pieces a day. No,
I wouldn't do shit for 5 copper pieces.
And so they will. The 2 that are in the fray have no choice. They're all burned up. They will try to do what they can. They will attack. One is on his
about 2
deathbed
copper
trying
pieces?
to attack at Red with. Not gonna do anything. And then the one fighting pushes in the fight. Tempe. Nat 20. Okay, but probably not gonna do much. But so 2d8
Rude.
instead of 1. Rude.
Hold up, somebody hit me with
Hey
a
man.
net.
10, 12 piercing damage to Tempe as he hits him. That's all he's got.
Sure.
This and then Tempe, you're up. Last but
I was
definitely
about to say, when's Tempe gonna go, bro? It's
Well,
been
Tempe, you
like
had initiative 4, so I'm sorry. You're just it's a long
It's like
round, but
47 people going before Tempe. I mean, is anybody like what's left? Hold on, I was 5 foot
So you
away.
got-
I was-
2
I like how it's gone from save the
I-
best for last. So what do you mean everyone went before
Yeah.
me?
I feel for you, Timmy, because everything that's left is raggedy looking. Like it's like
Yeah.
not even a fight.
Get some kills.
That
Get some kills.
ogre hasn't even been. Oh,
Raggedy.
never mind. That ogre should be fine.
I'm gonna make an attack on the first raggedy fucker.
Actually, you know what, Tempe? Let me roll a D1. Roll me a D100 because I might have something for you that you might appreciate.
Eat?
Tiamat shows up. Archon shows up. You roll a
Hey.
1 and Archon shows up. Archon
Oh,
walks
funny.
in
I would love
eating a
to
corn dog
fight.
from a goblin stall.
I got
Roll
a
20.
Yeah.
Okay, it shows up this round instead of next round. Okay, so Tempe, before your turn, you're like, man, fuck, this is what I got to fight, and then the bugbear, the weak-looking bugbear, the ogre here. You see her, something crawls quickly down, and you can see that arrows are being shot at this thing. So even the goblins are like, oh, you hear like a commotion, within seconds here, because maybe I think Tempe's heightened awareness, he can tell like shit's changing, something's coming, but it's not something that the goblins are sending. And it snatches that ogre up and like constricts it and begins to crush the life out of the ogre till her eyes roll in the back of her head. It is a long, coiled, dragon-like, lizard-like, almost like a crocodile skin with multiple arms coiling up and killing this ogre. But as it constricts the ogre, whatever it is,
It's cute.
it will attack. It will attack Tempe before your turn, so it does get to go now on this turn instead of next turn since the way it all played out. So it will. I don't think I even have a boom. That's probably the closest.
Fuck could
area
it
I
attack
got.
me? What round is this? We've
First round. Your
This is still
D100
round?
made it show up instead of next round. You made it show up now, so it's
This is a terrible deal. The
So
worst
now
trick-
you have something greater to fight, something more honorable to fight than a bugbear with 3 hit points.
It's all you, Temp.
I would
It's all
have
you,
loved to kill
Temp.
those bugbear.
It will.
Ooh, Tempy. Fight
It
that
has
thing.
already used its constrict, so it will just use its 1 bite attack on Tempe. For 18. Does that hit you?
It meets it. It beats it. Yeah.
Meets it, beats it. It just hits for.
Oh, does defensive duelist only work for the 1 attack?
It's only. I think it can. I can only use it once per round, right? It's my reaction.
Yeah, it's a
I
reaction.
know, but how long does it last for?
Oh, it doesn't say.
Because I know the shield spell lasts until the beginning of the next turn.
Oh, maybe. Oh, if it's the same round, that's still up then, right? Because if this is the same round, then that's technically still up, so it does not hit.
Yeah,
me.
that's why I said
Okay.
to read it, because it will tell you how long it lasts.
All right, so as it comes in, then it just barely
Defensive duelist is just for that attack.
just for that. So
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
okay? So that means 7.
gimme.
You would take the bite does 26 damage to.
I would like to use my reaction to channel divinity, rebuke the violence.
How did not much is gonna happen while you're gone, Ohan?
Yeah.
What the fuck, Malcolm?
Right, Malcolm. I mean, like,
So-
nothing's gonna happen.
We had a random D100 roll that changed the game.
Oh my god!
Because-
We're playing Pathfinder now.
Because Sean was feeling left out of the fun somehow.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just need to add a dragon to the fight?
It's
Also,
just a
Malcolm,
little
at any
dragon. It's a
point-
little dragon, though.
Okay, yeah, then you fight it.
He is.
You will.
Yeah.
But also, Malcolm, anytime you want to fix our little pictures, we're in different squares.
Oh, are we
Demetrius
all?
gave it
Oh,
my ass.
yeah.
Wait, but I get to be Tempe for a day.
What's
I
that
don't
show?
wanna be the new guy.
Is it Hollywood Squares? Is that a
Hollywood
show?
Squares,
Is that a
the
show?
Brady Bunch.
Oh, I'm Demetria.
Oh, Lex, let me know how
That
the
way.
dragon collar is.
That way.
The Dragon Collar.
Because
Yeah.
you're under.
Oh,
Eh.
it's good. It's going great.
Yeah.
The opposite direction. I don't want the collar. I don't want the responsibility. That's why.
This is the
There we
story.
go. Okay.
It's so weird to like. I have to just keep shuffling you guys around until you. Like, it's like feels like a little puzzle. It's like a little mini game. I have to play at least 3 times.
That's for you. We.
Me and Cheryl could high five again. See?
Oh.
No, you're new. No.
Oh, I got you, man.
Hey, Amnon.
Buddy. Yeah, man, you're hitting some good stuff. Don't worry about her; she'll come around eventually.
So does
You know what?
Demetrius
Demetrius-
react
I
to me?
hate. I'm not. Okay, I gotta be realistic. So I gotta take back my attack on Tempe. It's not what the creature would do.
Mm.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I support that. You know.
I don't know. What would it do?
It would.
What's the alternative?
It's breath weapon. And just blaze like a lightning like out of its mouth that still goes across Tempe, Bo, Amnon, and Red going
Feels
that way.
Doesn't hit any of the other enemies?
Does if it's excels a line of 20 foot long, 20, 5 foot wide, so no. I need a dexterity saving throw. From so Tempe, you don't take that. You didn't take any damage. You don't. You also you're so not using your dim. It's now a dex save.
Ooh, 10.
All right. That is going to fail. It's a DC 16. That's what I'm looking for. And it's any other fails?
15.
So that fails.
Is Amnon rolling too?
Shit.
Whose dice roller is that?
That's D&D Beyond for you. Sometimes it,
Hate that.
sometimes
D&D
most of the
Beyond
times they don't
changed
show up
the
for
sound.
you. But every now
D&D
and then,
Beyond, change the sound. Comment down below if D&D Beyond needs to change that fucking sound.
it's the one thing I love is the sound.
No, dude. it's
Because we can hear it and it
'Cause
feels
you
like
can hear
the
it so
thunder of the
crisp.
gods.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's fucking terrible.
It's 73
death
points
rattle.
of damage if you failed.
See,
It is
73?
73 points of damage.
I would like to use my reaction to channel divinity. It must make a wisdom saving throw.
All right.
If you
Yes.
please, Malcolm.
I will.
Do we still take the damage though?
You do. I'm sorry.
What the fuck? Terrible.
To be
70.
fair, I didn't even change the creature, but the damage on this is 12d10 lightning.
Whoa.
12d10
Interesting.
lightning damage.
Tempe looks like Tempe went from like looking normal to looking like, you know, in the anime cartoons when they get smoked by a fireball and it's just a skeleton with flames. That's what he looks
I
like.
got a
Oh,
for my
his little
save.
his little hair thing is on fire.
Wisdom, Demetri, I got a 15.
15. If it meets, it beats.
It saves, yeah.
So it takes.
Oh, it takes half, so it takes. Okay. So I meet to beat. So I take half. Yep. So I take half of
Yep.
my own damage
Yep.
of lightning.
As radiant. Radiant damage.
Ooh, as radiant, then it will take all of that. All right. I see.
Sorry, Bo, you don't get your next turn because haste dropped.
Fuck.
No.
Oh, my armor class goes back down to 12.
All right. So it took that 30-something points of damage right back in its face in radiant that Demetria delivers to it. Tempe, you're still up because it used its turn. Tempe, it's your turn.
Bro, Tempe's smoked as fuck. He's gonna just. I mean, at this
I leave the group for one round.
he's gonna make an attack on this thing. That's a natural 20.
Ooh,
Hey!
there it is.
So it's a 28. So I'm gonna
Use a
let me
maneuver, double the dice.
Yes. Thank you so much. Okay, hold on. Please hold. So let's do. So I'm gonna hit this thing, and before I roll damage, there's nothing else next to it, right? It's just it right now.
Anything that there is a bugbear within 5 feet of you, because that bugbear attacks you, so it would be right next to you. So I mean, if you're looking for other creatures within, there is a bugbear there.
No, fuck it. I'm gonna use distracting strike, so the next person gets attack on it, gets advantage on the attack on this fucking thing.
Okay.
So,
And what it feels like here is that you can. Here's what I'll say. Can I have an advantaged insight from Bo?
Insight 19.
All right, so you hear Bo kind of like talking to himself, like, "Oh no, it's the dragon thing. Every merchant that's left, everyone's been being attacked by this round. That's why it's been such high alert that it actually showed up. It actually showed up." So you kind of get the feeling that this thing is clearly not being used by the goblins. It probably is there to grab a meal or cause destruction. through the entire
So if we
place.
kill it, they'll like us. And
So-
they'll stop attacking us.
my
But we
first
can
hit
also
is
just grab the
25
racing
damage.
snails and run.
We gotta hit these racing snails. We gotta.
To the racing snails.
No.
So-
To the racing
Chippy,
snails.
you got anything left in you? Was that what you?
Yeah.
what you
So
do?
I hit him. That's 25 damage on just the first hit.
That's all right. Nice. Wham! Laying in there. Doesn't the way you're slashing, you don't feel any resistance to your
Does
blows.
the 23 hit?
23 does hit.
For the second one, I am going to. Hold on. Eight damage, and then for the third hit, I need something else. For the third hit, I'm gonna use shit. Hold on. Third
Okay.
hit. Hold on.
So you see Tippy, leap onto this thing as it's writhing, as you're slashing into it, Tippy, even with this third attack still coming down on it.
Yeah.
It's trying to react to you after breathing out. It's like releasing the body of that crushed, kind of crumpled ogre to respond to you. So what happened, Amnon, is this thing kind of crawled down the wall, leaped into the fray, killed the ogre that was in front of it, and then just blasted everybody with a rail of lightning.
I was there for that part.
That's all you missed.
I bear witness.
My last hit is
If only it had missed.
my last hit is a 25, and I rolled another 8 damage.
It's
But I'm
hit,
gonna do
another 8.
I'm gonna do sweeping attack.
Okay.
So it is 12 damage, and I hit the bugbear that's next to it as well.
Okay. 12. So the bugbear takes 12, and then it takes 12. Is that how it works?
I just want to double check that that's what happens. I think the
Mhm.
bugbear also takes 12.
It's looking. You're like, so
Yeah, it's
if
equal to the yeah.
so, I will say the moment of this thing coming in, it was a 20% chance that it happened. That it came in here gives Tippy this moment of where he could have easily just cut down those two bugbears, but now he has this moment where he's fighting this beast, almost one-on-one, and it's reeling. It walked into the wrong den, trying to back away, and then the bugbear takes 12. What does that look like as that bugbear? How does it? Is it like you kind of slashing back as you kill that bugbear? That one died. Actually, no, that's not the one with the. That one's technically that's not the real but it's close to a kill. You can tell that this bugbear is bleeding profusely and will die.
Can I bonus action and throw a dagger at it?
I don't think you can
Like
bonus
it's dying?
action throw a dagger.
Quick toss.
Yeah, I can quick toss, right?
Oh,
If
then yes, you can. If it's part of your
All
Put
right,
it out
then
of
I'm
its
gonna,
misery.
I'm gonna bonus action. I'm gonna throw a dagger at it, and
I would make normally throwing this close would be disadvantage, but yeah, let's fucking have fun with it. You're just it's like,
Yay!
The petty kill.
it's a 22 anyway.
oh Jesus, yeah. So go give me the damage. I would love for you to hit like 2 points of damage and this thing still
It's
be
only
alive.
5 damage.
Yeah, then it's dead.
Okay, good.
What is
Okay,
it? What is it?
So I hit this fucking thing on pop, 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 and then I see that bugbear and I throw the dagger and it just, like, hits him in the fucking eyes and shit.
He's like,
It's like
for
Kill
some
Bill.
reason, I imagine the dagger is shaped like a spade. I don't know why. Like it's like drops to that bugbear is no more.
And I would say now's an excellent action surge opportunity.
Well, I can still action surge even though I use my bonus action. Does
Yeah.
it matter?
Yes, action surges. Oh,
It's a
yeah.
free
Just
action.
get another action.
It's a free action. It's just
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not a
Okay,
bonus
then
action.
I'm gonna
surge.
action surge, and I'm gonna make another attack on this
Well, if you
fucking.
want at that moment.
Another
Okay.
3 attacks. You get your full attack action.
Hold on. Yeah, so 19, 27.
Let's go to full cam for this.
So that first hit is 27. Is there any other There's nothing else next. Oh, I guess I can't use any more. Still right.
Tempe. And all black leathers. All right.
So that's 10 on the first hit. It's 10 damage on the first hit.
Okay. Takes the 10.
The 16 hit.
Keep it coming. The 16 will not hit. Just misses.
My third attack is 27. Okay, sure.
Just gonna hit.
for another 19 damage total off those 2 hits.
Jeez. That's going to be 19. Okay, not looking great there.
Hmm.
All right. Tempe, you are controlling this moment, right? With this beast. It's snapping its jaws. You step inside, stab. It swings a claw, you stab, like just disabling it one blow at a time. Great moment there as we move to, I think that was the first round. So top of the round here before Demetria is the next layer moment where as you guys completely realize, you hear clink, 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 like somebody's like pulling something here, like thump, 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 thump. And it's like you hear buckets flipping over and just, like something is dropping out of the darkness from above and it begins to splash. It's just literally this Carrie moment as all this black ichor splashes all over you, but it is rank and it stinks and it's refuse. This is clearly some kind of concoction of goblin dung and other awful sorts. It is awful to be covered in it. All of you are splashed in it. I need con saves all around. None of the goblins need to make this. Actually, the creature will make one at advantage. It will pass. The slot will make one regular. It will pass.
I don't think anyone's within 10 feet of me, but...
Oh, the 22.
I also got a 22.
Nice.
Can we high five through Demetria?
Yeah.
You can't because I rolled a natural one, so...
Oh.
No high-fiving through me. Sorry, boys. There's bad mojo in the square.
Oh no.
All right, so you I hear
Technically, I think that's like a 3 because I.
So far, I'm
5.
hearing passes. That's a fail.
Yeah, well, Amnon rolled a 4. That's a fail.
That's a
Nah.
fail.
Matching. Big 4.
Sorry,
Big
hold on. What's the damage it's supposed to output here?
I'm gonna die again.
No. I'm still sitting.
Area
at like
effects are my
90-something hit points.
friends when you guys are this strong. So if you failed, which is anything under that was rolled under a 15, will take 32 points of poison damage. And all of your and you are poisoned this round, so everything's at disadvantage. Yeah, and if you pass, then it's a 16 damage.
So 8.
What is this? What is this monster called? What is this thing?
Oh, you wouldn't know.
Oh.
You want to give me a nature check, Tippy? I mean, Tippy has traveled, so Tippy, give me.
I'll nature check this. No, that's not
Right.
gonna be.
I'm looking for a nature 18.
Hold on. I rolled a 16. Let me see if I got anything for it. Hold on. Do I got nature? I got a 17. I just missed it.
Oh, so 17 is high. So what I'll say, you got really close. So I'll tell you is you've heard of the lore of this thing. You've heard lore of these things being used by wizards in the past to protect their towers from dragons. It was dragon-like too. These things were sent in droves during the Dragon Wars to fight like weaker dragons. But they are the Behir. It's a monstrosity. It has multiple legs. It has crocodile thick skin. It's able to fire lightning breath. And that's the limit that I'll go, at least from the lore that you've heard about this thing. Demetria is up in this moment here.
Hello. So how close is everyone to dying? Sound off if you're almost dead.
I'm at
You could go either way with the amount of damage being given out here.
I mean, it depends on how many breath weapons we take. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I will say above board, on average, whenever you take a breath weapon, there's a recharge. There's a chance that it can go off that next turn, but it's usually unlikely that the breath weapon goes off a second time in the same round, but it is possible.
Okay, interesting. I am going to cast at 3rd level Aura of Vitality as an action. So a silver radiance bursts out from Demetra in a 30-foot radius. And then as a bonus action, I can... Yeah, so it's centered on me. Who is within 30 feet of me?
If I pull back from here, you
30-foot radius, so.
Yeah, that's a good... 30 foot is a good...
Hopefully it's
Yeah.
heaven.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's pretty much everybody.
Pretty much everyone?
Yep.
Who
you got
looks
everybody.
worse, Tempe or Amnon?
Maybe Malcolm should answer that. I don't
I'll
know.
say between Tempe and Amnon, if what I'm seeing here is correct, Amnon looks slightly more haggard than Tempe does.
Okay.
Tempe's like in full fight mode. Amnon is like collecting himself. He doesn't, but he looks, a little bit more on the beaten side.
Okay, so I'm going to bonus action heal Amnon for 2d6. 5, 7 hit points for you, sir. A big help, I know. 7 whole points.
No, well, I actually I have oh no shit. Never mind. Thank you. I still appreciate it. Sorry. I don't have Axel with me anymore, so I lost
No, that's right.
Yeah.
Darn. Okay. Well, that's going to end up being my turn action and bonus action.
Thank you.
Okay. Dimitri, you're done?
Yep.
Okay, sorry.
I know, when Dimitri does healing, it takes up the whole situation as opposed to hitting something. But no offense to y'all, I'm going to stay over here where I'm not going to get breath weapon. You guys,
Oh man.
I'm going to
So,
handle this ogre. I'm going to eat what I chose to eat first, and then I'll come join you.
I will say this time you hear the arrows. You hear that second round coming. They're raining down on the Bahir, the entire area below. Let's see, I've got 16 hits, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 nat 20, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 potential hits, and I can reference numbers if I need to like pinpoint. 11 potential hits, and then 1 nat 20. The nat 20 is going to be, for the sake of the let's make it random, so I don't. So there's how many? 5 of you? No, there's 8 of you with your companion. So let me roll a d8 and go down the list. The nat 20 will be applied to.
Oh, it's the god.
I thought you were over that.
Yeah, but Sean still votes the god. Tempe might not.
You can't make this shit up. It seems I feel bad because it's always like it feels like I'm targeting, but it's like you can't. You roll the dice, you go down the list. Amnon will take the nat 20. I will dish out in order. Before we go to that, let's do the other 11. The only 2 that were high enough to hit. There's only a couple that are high enough to hit. So Dimitri, you'll take 2 hits. So you'll take 10 points of piercing. I will apply.
May I please use my reaction to hellish rebuke someone?
You can do that.
Oh wait, do I have my? No, because I win again, so it resets on your turn. So I can
All
use
right.
my reaction. So whoever the hell just stuck me with an arrow.
So then I'm gonna. Great. I'm using what I level. See, D&D Beyond. It's just so simple. Google. If you roll on Google. So what I did is I rolled in D&D Beyond, but that was just for sound. But I rolled within Google, and I can look at every die. Yeah, so those are all sound. I'm not looking at any of those numbers. And on Google, I'm looking at the numbers. And I can be like, okay, 14 plus my modifier. That's this. So and then as Demetria cancels those out, I cancel those out, so they're no longer. I can also actually get rid of all this other clutter, everything that would have missed. Let's do that. It's just so many shots. Let's get rid of
10
everything.
fire damage to whoever the hell hit me.
Ooh, okay. So then a couple of goblins die. They take damage flying off the side of the cliff.
Wilhelm scream.
Uh,
Yahoo!
It's Paul.
And like I said, I'm really not even counting anything that doesn't even roll a 15 or above, which I could even hit some of you with a 12 or 13. I'm really just rolling. If I see 15 and above, I'm counting it and then adding the modifier when I apply it to someone. So because these are some random arrows raining down, let's go down the list here. The next one on my list would be red to take. Sorry. I take this. To take red, you'll take 2 shot at each of both of these are they're 21. So both those would be 10 points total.
Oh, I didn't get how much damage Amnon takes.
I'm sorry, I said bow. I meant red. Red. I was calling red out.
10 shots.
All right. And then 2. I still haven't done the nat 20 on you, Amnon, so don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to take 3 to bow. 3 shots to bow. The rolls were 16, 16, 18 before I added the modifier. Tempe, I'm giving you all the 14s. 14 and well, actually, I did count these are high enough. So 14 plus my modifier, those should hit you. So you're gonna take 3, so you take 15.
15 damage.
Yep. And then I'm down to 3 dice. No, that dice is out. So I'm down to the one more 18 before the modifier. I'm gonna support this to your friends. I'm gonna give this one to Silver Claw, to Silver Hands. So she'll take another 5. And then for Amnon, I'll double damage. So he only rolled 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 10 points total of piercing damage, and the goblins are done raining down death from above. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of attacks, but they're still they're the same goblins they would have been when you were level 1. It's just a lot of math crunching to get through all their shots. And Dimitri is up.
Wait, was it 5 damage per attack? Is that
yes,
what
it was
doing?
5 damage per
Okay.
attack. So that I was just doing because basically I have the right to, as a DM, to just choose average. So the average damage is 5. So I'm just applying 5 so we can kind of
10 4.
Yeah, and I already went, so it's not my turn.
Okay,
actually.
you already did. Yes. So then we're on red.
I'm gonna cast
Sorry,
Fireball
you
in
should be
the.
red. You cast
I'm
fireball
gonna
last round,
cast
right?
Fireball. Yep.
You're doing it again.
Yep. I'm gonna cast it at 4th level at the ceiling, at Albo's goblins up there.
Oh no.
I'm
It
not happy
will-
with them.
It will fizzle out, unfortunately.
I remember nothing above 3.
Your fireball is cast, so you see it go up, and the fire like rains out, and as it does, it's almost like the oxygen is, it just snuffs it out.
So at
and
ground level, it works at 4th level, but hitting the ceiling.
Oh, you
it
did
fizzles
4th
out.
level the last round. I didn't know you did a.
Yeah.
See, I thought you cast a regular fire. I didn't know you upcast, so that's my fault.
Oh.
I would have had it. So I'll just put this one out. That last one somehow maybe lower. Well, and it does make sense because remember you're casting up, which is closer to you guys are going lower. So maybe here's what I'll rule it as narratively, since I allowed it last turn, is that basically you're low enough for your, but 60 feet up. That is just enough for it to be out. Red, kind of using that moment, hoping that that wouldn't have happened. As its fire is extinguished. Is he moving anywhere? Is he staying his ground? Otherwise, we move to.
I'm gonna move to. Move to the right, closer to the paladin, Demetra. And
Hey, that's me.
quickens. Yep.
Also, this whole emergent shop got burned down. And poor pig would have just that pig is bacon.
Ooh.
It's
It's gonna be so good.
you're moving to the matrix shop.
Smells wonderful.
The shop is still like the husk.
Well, it's covered in shit now, so not really.
True.
I'm gonna quicken spell Firebolt at the dragon thing.
All right, you will get opportunity attack from the bugbear, which will not hit. Well, 16 does not hit you, right? Yeah, 18.
Nope.
And then from the slod, a claw strike 19 with. You will take 6 points of slashing and give me a con save.
I will cast Shield.
Okay.
Wait, was he the next
Reaction?
person to take a hit on that thing? Because he should have advantage on that.
he
Well, I
can
haven't
take.
rolled to hit the.
He hasn't rolled it. That was me taking opportunity attacks. So now he can take advantage on the Behir on the dragon-like thing. Go for it.
That'll be 25 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
For 17 fire damage.
Take 17, bringing it down to.
And Red is not happy about his fireball just fizzling out after they've been raining arrows upon us.
And then as Red, we move to the ogre that is fighting Demetria, kind of like steps back and kind of looks like it's waving the red flag, like no more. He's kind of like, looks like it's like a concussion and is like literally just backing away. So you could opportunity attack him, but he's like, nah, I'm good. So you can kill him. He's very low.
I'm gonna let him go.
All right, so he will step
Redemption.
away.
Demetria will nod in approval. Yes. Go with Bahamut.
Nice. He's like, little burnt goblins are dropping off one by one.
Oh, God. Rip. One's like dangling a foot caught in a rope, just swinging.
So this leaves us at ogres are dead. Bo is up.
Bo, because haste dropped, he does not get to do anything this turn.
Okay. The Slod will continue to attack. It will attack Amnon with bite. 15. That's gonna hit for 21. Doing. He blocks it.
My armor class is 21, so it just makes it.
So then that just hits. Yeah. Then you do. Then it does. What was it? I rolled the damage, but I didn't see it. Here, I'll roll it in real life since I don't see it. 2d4 plus 11 points of piercing damage from the bite. And then it will claw at you for... That's going to, I think, 12. 18 is going to miss you. And then the last claw... That one will hit because that's a 16 before I add the modifier, which will do 6 points of slashing and give me a con save.
I rolled a 2.
Okay. Can I have a disadvantaged insight check? And what I'm looking for, I'll tell you the roll. It's a disadvantage insight. It's really high. I'm looking for a dirty 20.
Well, for the disadvantage, one of my rolls is a 20, and then the other one I rolled a 14.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, you just feel, you don't feel poison, but the scratch, it lingers. Like it almost like feels like it immediately itches after this thing claws you. That's all I'll share there. Let's see. As this is happening, we move from the Slod to Amnon. You weren't up next. So responding right back to this thing. Yeah. I didn't skip anybody. Yep, Bo. So yep. It's moving quicker because a lot of combatants are out of this are gone.
Yeah. Well, I will bonus action move my hex to that thing.
Yep. Hex it.
That will immediately give it anything 10 feet of it.
When you say it, yeah, this thing here, not this thing over here, right? Yeah, this.
Yes.
Okay.
And then everything immediately around it will take 5 damage.
All right. So Amnon hexes this thing. As it anything around it takes 5. There's really nothing within 5 feet that's not your own. So yeah, it just takes the 5.
Okay. So my first roll is a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. And then the next one is a dirty 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Oh, and the next one's a 22 to hit. All
That
right,
will
cool.
hit. All hits.
So let me roll everything all at once.
Can we please leave? Can we please leave?
Yeah. No, we must kill everything.
1 second, honey. The new family's killing things.
And the only person that can really hear that is Bo. Like, it's just constantly like.
Oh, just give me a
Snatch
second.
it.
Just God.
Poor Snatchel going from Amina to this bloodthirsty pack of
Man.
murderers.
Did Snatchel make a deck save when I did my fireball?
Oh,
Snatchel's
Jesus.
immobilized. He's in Bo's jacket.
Oh, he's
When Bo
immobilized, so he
dodged,
automatically
dodged.
fails.
No, you know what I mean.
That's Malcolm's choice.
No, he's fine. You can't kill my boy.
So after that thing scratches.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that, Jameson? Because I feel like I have to stick to that. That
I
would
can't
been-
have anything.
He was on Malcolm. He was on my back.
covered, but did you take any fire damage?
Yes.
How much did you take?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you don't remember. Nobody remembers.
Wow, Malcolm, during Goblin History Month.
I am going to roll a D100 here. And...
He's like, because you said that.
And it's going to be. I imagine that because you've kind of got him tucked in, the fire's rolled off. There's a good chance he doesn't take damage, but there's still a good chance that he at least he takes some. So I'll say there's 25% chance he takes damage. So anything 21 through 25, he will take the damage. I'll roll here. I don't want Snatchel to die, but here we go. Okay, 65. So Snatchel does not take any damage. Almost like you're able to wheel him around, but going forward, any more area effects like that. So if Jameson is feeling like he's wants Snatchel to die, he does it this round, it's probably a wrap.
Snatchel's like hanging on your back like that little
I'll just say the
robot
average
in
goblin
that jet
cannot
in Star Wars.
survive even half damage from fireballs. So it's he's not yeah, he's very weak. He's got a few more hit points than the average goblin, but not much. All right, so yeah, he's still alive. He's like, he's feeling out of heat. That's why he wants to leave. He just wants us to get out of this. Where are we at?
Oh, so I just threw my damage roll
Yep.
to hit that thing with. I rolled 42.
Choose. That was the first damage you've done this entire round, right? Because I think I've added it already.
That's all three Eldritch Blasts.
Yep, all three. Yep.
Wands, everything added up.
42.
Because I want all three.
Damn.
I'm shooting it at point blank with everything I've got with the collar.
So you start to like chunks of meat flying out of this thing, and what you realize is as your pieces are falling off of its chest, it's screaming. Its tongue kind of like lashes out, and you see under its skin and some of the areas, the pock marks where the pieces fly out. You can see on the skin like there are. It almost looks like worms or tadpoles crawling underneath the first layer of skin, and as some of the pieces fall off, you see these tadpoles, like little like tadpoles that kind of look like it falling on the ground with little mouths, kind of like the literally like the little things from Alien, but like much smaller little teeth spilling out of it. It is
Gross.
still holding its own. It's still standing up, but it's dead on its feet at this point. It could still attack though. Ugh.
And now we need to squish its babies, and we need to make sure that we.
Amnon went to work on that thing. It's almost dead. He's looking ragged. Here, let's see. None of the other goblins want to get in this. They're leaving the area in mass numbers. This does leave us to Lady Silver Hands, our champion Stagat, and then there's only one bugbear worth his salt, and then we move to Tempe. So What do you want to do with Lady Silverhand?
I'm gonna have her cast banishment on the Bahir.
Okay, yeah, good move there. Let's see if it works.
DC 17 charisma save.
The Bahir. Okay. DC 17. What is it? What kind of say is that? Wisdom?
Charisma.
Ooh, okay. Okay. In Nat 1 it. Nat 1.
Ah!
So
Ooh.
Hey, Malcolm.
Yeah.
Correct.
Fair enough.
No, don't piss him off.
Banishment takes Tempe with it. Just like
That's not how banishment works.
it does in my world.
Malcolm has had enough. Malcolm has done.
The big hair blinks out of existence, sucked up, taken somewhere for a time. As Tempe's like going for the killing blow, and it just disappears. Your blade slams into the ground.
Just
Tempe.
very I dream of Genie. Just,
Yeah.
just Oh, I want to play a Genie. That sounds fun.
Oh man.
That sounds like hell for Malcolm.
Yes. Oh man. Good shit. Good move. So yeah, it has been banished. So Lee Silverhand throws it out there, gets rid of it. Stagat, does he want to attack anything or just?
What
He's
is there
feeling-
left to attack?
I know that I don't think. Yeah, there is the slot he can go into.
Yeah, let's go attack the slot.
Yep.
Let's go. So attack number 1, 14.
Is a hit? That hits.
All right, I'm just gonna roll all 3 attacks. Then.
Yep,
I'll
go
do
for
all
it.
the damage
Go
at
for
once.
it.
So
Yeah,
second
go.
attack is a dirty 20, and the third attack is a natural 20. Why
Ooh,
can't I get
okay.
natural 20s when I'm playing me?
Right.
All right, so that's for the first attack, those ones, second attack, those ones, third attack, those, but twice. 7, 14, plus 16, 30, 32, 30, 38, plus 38 plus 8, 46, plus 49 points of damage, please.
How do you want to kill that thing?
Sagat comes in, Sagat rushes in with his sword, and he steps in front of Tempe and just chops the thing's head clean off.
And he looks back at Dimitri like, thumbs up towards you, Dimitri.
All covered
Trying to
in
get your
shit,
gun.
covered in
the
shit.
gun
all
shit.
covered in goblin shit. Demetria gives him a rah-rah.
Oh man, are you guys still making these rolls a disadvantage?
Oh shit, he was poisoned. I did not make those a
He
disadvantage.
was
I
poisoned.
apologize. Would you like me to re-roll them?
I'm gonna let it stand. I'll just keep this poison I'll just use it later.
Here, I'll
If you like
say
to.
on my next turn, I'll remove even more lay on hands than I would for healing my own poison.
Sounds good. It's dead. It would have been dead. So then we move to Tempe. Actually, the one bugbear, but he's like doesn't want to. He backs out. He runs away.
is there anything else near us?
Actually, that bugbear runs towards the room, and you see him come peeling out of the room on a slug. Like, fuck it. Oh no, he's taking
A racing snail!
And
Racing
that
snails.
and he just kind of goes flying by and goes down towards the door, fires off through there.
We need one.
That is my worst nightmare. Giant snail.
And this thing, it comes
Super
barreling
fast
out. It's like, it leaves a slime trail behind it, but it's like,
That's disgusting.
smoke
It's
goes
like
up
on
and it-
fire. It's on fire like butane.
It's the DreamWorks snail. The
Oh yeah.
turbo.
He's just riding that thing.
Today's guest star, Pixar's Turbo.
Except nobody saw that movie. That's
Yeah.
the one Pixar
If you-
movie nobody fucking
yeah,
saw.
if you
I
haven't
saw
seen
I
it,
Turbo.
saw-
I saw
I have
Turbo.
kids. I
You saw
got
The
Turbo?
one where we
Okay.
can afford to have them show up. Is
Yeah. Shout
Tippy,
out
you're
to
up,
him.
man.
I mean, is there anything for me to hit?
I
don't
know,
see-
yeah. There's
nothing
the
there, right?
exiting. We need to exit. This is
Yeah.
supposed to be us shopping.
I'm gonna go. We should chase after that snail. We should go that way. Is what I said. We should just go that way. It looks
I mean,
like
it was
that's
going the
planned.
way we want to go.
Well, we have to go south.
Yeah,
That's south.
to the south.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The Southland.
Then
From the window to the wall.
So Timmy, you are
Can
running
someone help me
south. You're
carry a
running
machine
south
gun?
towards the door.
Yeah,
Just
I'm gonna go
dash.
towards the door. I'm gonna make my way. Sure, yeah, I'll dash through the
Okay.
snow.
Dashing through this market where we killed a bunch of goblins.
So
like
and then
that,
Bo, you know he.
Oh knows.
Bo knows. Yeah, Bo knows that's from Snatchel that there were two, Teeny and Weenie, but basically one of those has just taken one of the carts.
All right.
Ah!
Well, there's one more snail.
I hope it's teeny.
Teeny and
and
wee.
then- So as you're running out, you can hear as you get to the door that's burst open. You can hear a couple of goblins and bugbears going, "And don't come back!" Like to Tempe. As now we're not out of combat, even though they're because Demetria, you're up next.
Demetria runs for Amnon and kind of gets a hand on his shoulder. I'm going to drop 30 lay on hands on you, sir.
Thank you.
And you do have to pick up
And-
the body of Machina too. Somebody's
Oh, I
got to
can do
like
that.
carry.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah, I
continue.
was going to do that. Hey,
Okay.
new guy. I knew him
Whoa,
first.
He's like, just like
Listen, all right, don't encumber yourself.
he is like
Are you
7
gonna-
feet tall.
Okay, I am going to need help. Because lay on hands was in action. So lay on hands. Wait, let me get 30 lay on hands. At D&D Beyond, if you want to sponsor us, fix your lay on hands thing so I don't have to tap the button 30 times.
Man, right?
After you heal Amnon, he's gonna look over at Bo
Look at
and
that
look over
space,
at you
how
and be
it's
like,
cleared
"I fully
out."
endorse him."
Look at what y'all did.
Hey,
Murdered
I
an
just
entire
healed you
village.
and you're endorsing him. Come on, let's get out of here.
There are blood
And I'm gonna
slick
get here.
floors.
We'll each get one. We'll have Machina like hang in between us with one arm around my shoulder and one arm around.
See, I
yours.
thought Bo was just gonna grab him by the leg and drag him out.
I could.
No.
Listen, my carrying capacity is 1,000 pounds.
Oh shit. Demetria's like barely holding on, like the little kid helping the older sibling to carry it
I'll
down.
hop on Bo's back.
So you healed Amnon. That's into your turn, right? Or are you picking up Machina?
Oh, bonus action. I'll also drop a 2d6 of healing on Tempe.
Okay.
So that's 5 points of healing on a bonus action for Tempe.
Can you do that from range? Because Tempe ran towards the door.
No, yeah, that's as long as he's within 30 feet. How far away from
He's
me did he get?
not, because he went.
Okay, never mind. 5 points
He
of healing
dashed.
to
If you
to
look at the
Bo.
size of the room, it's a huge room. He ran towards the door. That's what you told me you're doing, Tempe. So.
Yeah.
All right, 5 points of healing for Bo.
And then after Demetria,
It's Xerxes' army.
What could they possibly have more shit to throw at us? Literally.
30 more. Well, actually, a few more shots less because 1, 2, 3 dead. All right, 3 nat 20s this time.
Interesting.
Let's just
You're
wait
lying,
for-
actually.
I'm not lying. You want to pick?
I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm coming over. I'll be there in 2 hours.
Don't touch
Nat
it.
20 to Demetria, Nat 20
Yeah,
to Bud. No.
You're like, yeah, after I did that to myself.
So I'm gonna give one of them to Demetria. She'll take 10. The other one will be to.
Oh wait, 10. It's been my. Oh no, I only get the one. The one hellish boot. Never mind.
Bo will take 11 points. Then Amnon will take 9 points. Then everything that doesn't hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Miss. We're getting down to. Okay. We have 7 hits. And we're just going to apply them.
Red is at 23.
1 to every single group, meaning Stagat would get 1. So just everybody gets 1, and then the last one will be random. So it's 5 damage. So basically, everyone takes 5 unless you got resistance, and then
I'll intercept whoever the hell is that standing next to me. Who is that standing next to me?
yeah.
Wait, Amnon.
Is that Amnon? Amnon. I'll shield block Amnon
Right.
for 10.
And then
10 plus 3, so 13 gets removed.
And the last one will go to Bo. So not probably gonna do much. So Bo will take because you're raging. So 2.
It takes
instead of
2
5.
damage, yeah.
Yep. And that's it. That's all the goblins got from all the arrows coming and raining down once again. Red, you're up.
Properly casting Fireball this time at just level 3.
Up and towards the ceiling. Aiming somewhere up wherever those pesky goblins are. You fire that they're going to roll saves in
17. The number to beat.
So
And that'll be 25 damage.
all right. So 17 pass. So 5 fails out of 10 because you basically hit a group of 10 goblins. They're in separate groups around the room with that 20-foot. You would hit this one group, boom, doing a bunch of damage to them. So 5 of them, they all die. So the group is reduced to half. They will morale check. And you hear them like skittering and like scattering, from their positions on those high ledges above. Though they don't want to stick around. That particular group doesn't want to stick around. As those others have taken, even with half. So yeah, they actually would all burn. Yeah, because even with half, they would all burn. So that one group is taken out. So you killed at least 10 goblins. You can kind of hear them through the cries and all that up there towards the ceiling. So one of the groups is destroyed.
And then bonus action, I'm going to quicken spell. Do I got create bonfire? Darn. I do not have create bonfire. I will acid splash. So at least 2 more. Dex save 17.
Okay. Acid splash. What's the range on acid splash?
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay. And what's the radius?
Just you hurl acid at 1 or 2 creatures that I can see within range, and the 2 creatures must be within 5 feet.
Okay, so for that one, because they did just fire, I need a perception check from you because they do. All goblins automatically take hide actions afterwards. So I just roll advantage for each group, and you just need to beat there because they get their little cubbies in there. So if one of them fails, you can see it. So 27. All right, one of the groups is exposed. So yes, you can go ahead and do that.
All right, so that's a save or suck. So if they pass it, they take no damage. If they fail, they take 3d6.
All right. So and just a couple of them. So just 1 or 2. You said how many get to save?
1 or 2.
All right. They both fail.
That'll be 13 acid.
All right, so 2 goblins are dead. You see the little bodies rain out and bubble up like little gremlins as they bounce off the side of the concrete.
And then just gonna go, bastard, the lottery, and then go towards the exit with everyone else.
Nah. I'm glad he's on our side.
All right, so he's left the.
Where does Durin find these guys?
Yeah. This moves us to Bo.
Well, I can't hit them.
At
so
this
I'm
point, if
just
there's no
gonna
villains, if you all decide to run, then I just treat it as
Run.
like everyone's
Run.
moving out.
Yeah,
Run.
I'll run.
If that's what we're doing. So they're all
Run,
moving.
be
Rudolph.
like, all right, Demetra, together, and then I'm gonna lift up Vagina that's gonna be so much higher than you. And start running off.
Demetrius like propping like up his elbow like this. Yeah, all right, let's go.
All right. Can I have a from everyone who is like kind of like that moment when you're trying
Lost
to
a lot of
leave
weight
the
since
scene?
I saw him last.
I need these aren't acrobat. I actually need athletics checks because you're just using all of your strength when you're just running top speed to get away from something. Everybody in the room, other than our NPCs, I'm going to treat them as auto passes. This is a group check. I need more successes than I need fails to get out of this situation as you guys are trying to run away. Because Snatchel realizes that you all are. That's why Snatchel was. Bo realized Snatchel is talking about the snails because they're fast. The goblins know all the ins and outs. They know all the halls, and they will catch up if they want to pursue.
Can I just have Lady Silverhands like call out like if you pursue us, I'll release the Bahir.
Give me a. I'm sure intimidation is not her strong suit. Give me a disadvantage perception, intimidation check.
I got a question after this.
Go for it.
How far ahead of these goblins are we?
Not you guys are. You're 60 feet. You know you're dashing. You're 60 feet ahead. I mean, well, if they're in the ceiling, yes, you're pretty far because they have to come down 60 feet to. So you could probably make it another round or two before they get to the ground. But you don't know you don't know what other means of travel they have, right? They know this place. You don't.
How many goblins do we feel are coming after us right now?
1 million.
Just
Is
remember
it
there
like-
were
is
at
it
least
like-
30
is it like
shots for the past 3 rounds. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But everyone, all
and
of us,
Red
are
just dealt with a
far
bunch of them
out,
now.
right? But
All
all
of
of
you-
us are far enough out, right?
Yeah, and there's more like those aren't. You weren't fighting all the like. There's this merch. You're not fighting the merch and stuff. But whoever all the goblins that showed up at the top, they're essentially like they're like the guards, right? They're like the kind of like elite, and they just stay back and they're just kind of raining down death on you guys as much as they can. If they can, you know, that's as much as I think you all need to know at this point to make your decisions.
She got a 10.
Okay. So she as she's backing away, I'll say that like she says it with confidence. It's quiet. There's no calling back. She can hear the cackling and this crying and sad. And as she's backing towards the door, there's one small little pudgy ogre kid going, "Mommy!" like walking around with like a rabbit head. There's like smoldering the entire area is just
God.
smoldering with fire.
Lady Silverhands was watching you. Just kidding.
20 years later, he's like this battle-hardened ogre, like just murdering adventures
With his little rag doll
Waterdeep.
tucked into his belt.
I'm literally gonna that kid will come
Next
back later
campaign.
on in
Next
another
campaign.
campaign. Do
With
you
his army of
remember me?
giant crabs. With his army of giant
I don't even
Tiamat
know who
worshipping
you are.
crabs. For me, it was Tuesday.
So yeah, just athletics checks to book it out of here. From
I got a 16.
I got a
16,
13.
okay.
What check is this?
Athletics.
Athletics.
Oof.
25.
Okay.
They drag us before the goblin Hague to
18.
answer for our crimes.
Amnon got an 18.
Okay. And who's carrying Machina?
I am.
Reroll.
We are. One of us is doing about 80%
Only because
of
it's
the
a
work.
disadvantage because you're huffing it with the body.
My carrying capacity is 1,000 pounds.
Okay, fair enough.
Make the check anyway.
How'd you do, Amnon?
I got 18.
Okay. Yeah, so I got 8.
Also, does our movement speed matter? Because Red's only got a movement of 25.
Oh,
Not so much. I'm not gonna penalize you for that. I'm more kind of cinematically seeing if you. I know he would probably be picking up the rear. Where if I had to like say something was coming after you or was the fire first, Red would just be at the back because of that. Like he's just tail ending it at this point, with being the shorter legs.
I thought dwarves were natural sprinters.
So would you get Red?
He
I'm
got
not-
an 18.
18. So I hear 1, 2, 3. That's okay. So that's So as you guys are kind of running through the hall, what I will share really quickly here. It looks like going south. You're somewhere. You guys are. Each one is a 10-foot square. So let's even say you get another turn to run 60 for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. You're about right here, right? As you're running down this hall. Now, you're also all looking at this map like it's really easy to see where to go next. But you are. I imagine that whoever's got the map is frantically trying to, figure out where to go next.
At 500 feet.
And so you know that continuously going south, you just know that is what takes you to where you were, like the markings that are on the map. But you hear little Snatchel saying, Bo, Snatchel's screaming out from under, "Ah, I know a way to hide where they can't find us. Keep going straight. And he's just kind of saying, just keep going straight. Now, I don't know if you're willing to trust little Snatchel, but he's saying go straight.
He did tell us about the snails. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
And as it's all happening, as you guys are running,
Now say that in the accent.
you hear arrows start slamming against the sides of walls. We'll take a 5-minute break there and come back.
I was gonna cast Erupting Earth.
Okay, you can do it when we come back.
I gotta pee.
No, now.
All the earth is gone by the time we get back.
Yeah.
So you're in a plane of air and there's no earth. I like the shot, Malcolm.
Thanks, Alex.
All I'm gonna say is, little snack cakes better point us in the right direction. If not, we're gonna dip his little ass in some ranch dressing and have us some goblin wings for dinner tonight.
Damn, I'm glad that Cheryl wasn't here to hear that.
She might have her headphones in though, so who knows?
Oh, let's see.
I think she'd be into it tonight.
There she is.
I did not have my headphones in, but I caught that, so thank you. What were you guys talking about during Women's History Month?
Little snack cakes better point us in the right direction, or he's gonna be dinner tonight.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, I'm like, oh, you don't know the history of this guy. He's like a long-running buddy.
He is my son. He's my Lenore of our first campaign, basically.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love this little shot of all of us lined up. That's so cute. Family.
Die.
Yeah.
God, Bo is huge. I don't like that. As a tall person who's used to being the tallest person in a situation, I don't like that.
He looks shorter in his real mini.
I feel like he and I have a lot in common when it comes to height. That's okay. It made it easier for me to see Lex and Cheryl at WonderCon.
Just looking over the heads of the crowd while
Yeah.
we're all like, where is he?
It was really good.
I don't like this music, but I do like this music. I don't like it in this situation.
I do like how everybody's lined up though.
Mm-hmm. That's so cute. Family. This is the wide shot of us running like they do in Lord of the Rings when they're running from all the goblins and in what's it called? That
dungeon, right?
Yeah. What the fuck is that called? The place where you speak friend in
Moria, right?
Moria, yeah. The place where you
Moria.
speak friend in
I put the thing where they're on the bridge and the
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Well, I was in another room. Yes, exactly. I wonder who's gonna Gandalf it this time.
It'll be Red. He's got the firepower to do so.
Say you shall not pass in that accent. Go. Ye shall not pass.
You shall not pass. There's no R's to roll, so you can't really hear the accent that well.
Mm.
Yes, yeah, no, can't
Cheryl.
really roll any of that.
What are you throwing back there that you're drinking like a sailor? What is that?
Same thing. Sailor, come on. I'm having 2 beers. This is fine. I'm
Oh,
just
Cheryl, calm down.
What is it? Calm down with your 2 beers. Jeez.
Mr. I'm gonna
Comment
with some
down
hard
below.
liquor.
Comment down below if you think Cheryl's super aggressive tonight. Everybody. Just
You
say
can't
it.
you can't throw Cheryl to the sharks like that.
This is why I don't want us to go live. This is why I don't want us to have real fans.
Man,
Hey, you at home? You're a real fan.
you're a real fan. You're at home.
And our real fans can get 20% off of a VPN. No, I'm just enjoying this because as soon as this game is over, I have to go back to studying
It's awful. Sounds
and grading.
Ugh.
I'm so glad you're doing school so people like me don't have to.
Yeah,
I
when
do
Cheryl gets her degree, we all get our degree.
That's right. We all get our degree. When one wins, we all win. Let me put my Vin Diesel tank top on real fast.
You guys show up to my graduation in your own robes, just standing
It's
there.
so good. It's gonna be so.
We walk up with you.
We got to figure out what side to put our tassels on and shit. Yeah,
It's with the PhD. There's no tassels. It's you hood. You get your.
oh, so you become like a real Sith and shit. You get a PhD, they just like give you powers to like zap people. I love it.
You pull out a lightsaber.
They didn't advertise that. Why
I
did
kneel
they
and my
advertise that?
committee chair just hands me a lightsaber.
Damn it, man! I wish they would advertise
That would be
that.
fucking incredible.
That's the diploma all rolled up like a lightsaber.
That'd be amazing.
I
totally
will
would.
say, I do like the regalia because also academic regalia, when you hit the PhD level, you can start wearing it to white tie events. It's correct to wear your regalia. And so I'm like, yes, I'm going to show up in like, in the California system, the regalia is super cute too. It's like navy blue velvet. I'm like, yes. Edged
a
in gold.
uniform? Like a PhD uniform?
Yeah, the regalia, it's if you go to like a graduation with like, you know, teachers, like a high school graduation, if the teachers have a PhD, they'll wear their PhD regalia.
Holy shit! I didn't know that.
Oh, the
And-
hexagonal hat and the sashes on the shoulders, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's in the sash is the hood that you hood is what when you graduate you
Like the fucking Illuminati and shit, bro. What?
Yeah, they borrowed that style from Italy, I believe.
I love it. That's awesome.
So yeah, when I get my PhD, you guys all get a PhD.
Oh, I love it. Doctorate in degeneracy.
Dude, you get that into writing, and I'm gonna give that to my wife for a raise.
Well, unfortunately for you all on the specific kind of PhD I'm getting, you get no money.
Damn.
Famously.
You just
Famously.
get to read a lot of books, bro.
No, I get to
I can't
stop
do
reading
that.
books. I'll have read everything that needs reading.
Really glad we had this conversation.
I am feeling much better, thank you.
Good. Until Malcolm fucking kills us and shit.
Yeah, until Malcolm kills him.
No, you guys are doing great.
Malcolm, if I
No.
die, you don't get a PhD. That's
Yeah, dude. We gotta keep Cheryl
Okay,
alive so we get the PhDs. Then you can keep going.
I told them, Cheryl, you weren't when you like our last game. You had your your things you were going on, and so you were a little bit later. We were all just talking. I was like, sure, Demetria's death would ruin this party. It would be hard for them to recover. Like, I think it would be the one death that would be really hard.
more
to
work
move
for you
forward.
than for us. It would be the one death that would be more work for Malcolm.
All right.
I love
And
being
so-
central to the narrative. Hashtag irreplaceable.
They're just huffing it down this hallway. They start to hear the arrows, and they start to like see as they're running. There's little spots in the ceiling like dug through. Little goblin heads are coming out, like taking like pot shots. Like they're just like literally arrows are like raining out of like holes in the ceiling as they run down this long hallway. None of them have been hit. Kind of pulling back camera, like pulling as the camera's kind of like hallways twisting. And you hear all the little ears, like little gremlin ears, are like coming down the hallway now with pitchforks and knives. Maybe bolstered by the fact that they now have the hallway to fight in and not like that wide open space. But that is when we go smash to Red. What were you gonna do? Was gonna up in the earth?
Indeed, indeed. I was gonna cast. I mean, originally I was just doing it to make difficult terrain, but if there's
Okay, yeah, that's what you're gonna do. That would, for the scene, because right now we're not in combat. It's like, literally, this is open, so you guys can role play this out. There's a moment as they're kind of closing. You can tell that they're coming back. This is like deciding: do you listen to Snatchel? What are you all doing? I'll just turn it over to you all. You tell me what the group is doing.
Well, I picture Amnon using his sharpshooter skill to try and pick off some goblins as we're running, and then he's just gonna fall back to Bo and just yell Satchel, where are we going? We can hide from this group chasing us.
and Cat just Red turns around, casts Erupting Earth. It's a 20-foot cube.
Okay. And what to describe for what it does? It just it does.
It's a 17 deck save.
Uh-huh.
Choose a point you can see on the ground within range of 120 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Earth and stone erupts in a 20-foot cube centered on that point. Each creature in the area must make a dex save. A creature takes 3d12 bludgeoning on damage on a failed save,
Yeah,
or half as much on a
so-
successful one. Additionally, the ground in the area becomes difficult terrain until cleared. Each 5-foot square portion of the area requires at least 1 minute to clear by hand.
Yeah, so you just see the hallway behind you, which doesn't make it great for you if you were to have to turn and run back, but the hallway just kind of, all the stones kind of blows up out of the ground, and you hear like, you can see the first wave of goblins slamming into the ceiling, turning into like mush and dripping down, as the others are halted behind them, some of them trying to leap over. This doesn't stop the goblins that are like, literally seem to be running above the floorboard, firing down at you through the ceiling. But you have taken, like, so this huge group that you see here is like, this starts to create a distance now where you don't hear them chuckling behind you, but the hallway continues to feel like it's extending. Feels very claustrophobic. It's hard to figure out which way to go. You get to that first T section where it's almost a cross section. It goes directly straight. Snatchel's Tan goes straight. Amnon knows that they should probably be making right. If that goes south, then there's also left. Which way do you guys go?
I'm going straight.
Bo runs straight. Full speed. Does
Demetria's still pretending to hold on to fucking Machina, so she's going with Bo.
Yeah.
I think we're all going straight.
Yeah.
They all begin running straight. They come to a section where basically the wall ends, and what they realize is there's another one of those sections that feels like goblins dug like a hole or like a cavernous system, like similar to earlier in the dungeon. This clearly was not constructed by dwarves. So this is a tunnel. It's a tunnel to some other part. So they begin to move through that tunnel. At any point, you can cut me off if you decide to change your direction. It gets tight as they're like kind of coming through, and then when they exit, they can hear the goblins, like, because they were like above the ceiling, and they can hear some of them like dropping down and following them through that hall. When they come out the edge, there is about a 20-foot hall, maybe 40-foot hall, and it curves to the right, and you can kind of smell water. It's not sea. There's a faint sense to the sea up to it, and you can kill. There's a brisk coldness of a cavern space, and Snatchel says, that way to the right, and just jump.
All right.
What?
Malcolm uses a little goblin to kill us.
Yeah. Everybody re-roll character.
As Bo gets there, Bo, give me what would I test nerves with in D&D? Just give me a straight wisdom.
Constitution.
Yeah. Give me Constitution. Give me a Constitution.
Okay.
DC 15.
17.
Okay, so you're able to, with that roll, you turn the corner and you're able to like put the brakes on it, and decide what you're gonna do. You realize the rest of your party is kind of curling in right behind you. There is a 60-foot drop into water, into a cavern, in a dark cavern space below. With your dark vision, because Fearbolgs have dark vision, I imagine, right? So you can barely see. No. Oh, so it's just black. Snatchel's like.
If I still have the Mace of Disruption out.
So is Demetria?
But it's 60 feet though.
Yeah, so
Demetria,
so Demetria bumps
40.
into you. Bump. You all like, you all start like teetering on the edge. It's all of you like teetering over the darkness, and Snatchel goes, "It's water. and there's like, for you, some rest you might see like the slight reflection if you have like dark vision to see that, but it's that still water in this large open cavern space.
I'm gonna put Snatchel on like my chest and be like, for your sake, I hope you're right, and then I'm gonna jump forward so that he would hit the ground first.
You're gonna belly flop Snatchel?
You're gonna belly flop him? With your giant ass?
Dude, you gotta kill that goblin.
7 foot tall.
That's
and
gotta
carrying.
kill the goblin. There's no way he survives.
I don't care if it's water. He dead.
He's snack cake.
Yeah. Anyone leaping? Acrobatics check. So acrobatics check first of all for you, Bo. I'm gonna make.
Wow, Lex, this will be the second of my sons you've killed.
I wasn't. It wasn't intentional.
Snatchel rolls a 17, so he jumps off of your chest and like grabs onto your face like a squirrel. and as you're falling, he climbs around to the back, so he's riding the back of Bo's head, pulling on his face, pulling on his ears as they like fly down into the water.
I'm gonna 15.
Machina with you.
Machina's with me.
Oh,
You're
jeez.
holding onto Machina's hands like you guys are both skydiving together.
This is outrageous.
That Machina is just gonna get stuck on a ledge.
Oh, what are the athletic checks?
Oh. Wait, athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics. I'm sorry, acrobatics.
Okay, because I was going to say athletics would be very different for me.
acrobatics.
Oh, God.
I'm basically looking for a DC 15. So. 15.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah, 15 and up passes. Any fails?
Red is not gonna jump.
All right. So Red, you watch them all. You hear the little splash as they all hit the water, and so no fails. So then half damage would have been from the fall. Everyone would take 7 points of bludgeoning from just hitting the water and the fall and everything. Snatchel does survive. He rides the back of Bo's head, so he's okay. He's at his little few hit points left. Momentarily, as you all splash and come to in this dark cavern, you realize this is a river that runs underneath the earth, that running south. And as you kind of all step out, there's a shore like really close by. And you can see Snatchel kind of you see his little ears swimming away and like getting up, and he's like, come on. And on the shore, he runs over to a section and he pulls off a bunch of he takes some rocks and moves them out of the way, and you see a tarp, he pulls it off, and he has like a little raft, like a raft that can fit it's a huge raft for him, but it's a raft just enough to fit all of you all, this wooden raft that he's built over on the side of the water. Now Red is looking down. He can, like I said, he can see what's happening down below. He can see that they made it, that everyone made it. What are you all doing? Snatchel's like, see, I hide this. This is how I steal my food from the boss. I come here, but I usually don't have to jump. I usually just climb down, and you see that there's these kind of vines that are hanging down, but there was no time for that. He just jumped in. You wouldn't see them unless you were on the other side, unless you had.
There's a staircase on the left side. There we go.
No, it's really they're hanging off, but it would be too much time for you all to try to grab them. Little Snatcher would normally have time if he was stealing food and stuff to get down there and take his take his time down the rock on that sheer cliff. Down below you can hear Red, you can hear some of the goblins still closing behind you, because now maybe they know the tunnel that Snatcher's going. They haven't necessarily gone away, and Snatcher is that's why Snatcher's trying to get the raft going. He's like, we're not completely out of the way, but let's get out of here, kind of deal.
So Red will call out to the goblin and be like, all right, I surrender. Come and get me. And hold out his arms.
Okay. And then, so that curvy, so through that hall, he can see those little red eyes beginning to peer, multiple of them, as they come rushing out. There's probably another, he killed that first wave, and now they're they seem to be goblins that are whipped into a crazed frenzy, because they've had so many of their kind die right in just minutes. And so this seems to be that last group just rushing towards him. And his hands are out. He can see them. They can see him. Their teeth are out. Spit flying off. Is he doing something?
Yep, he's going to wait until they're close enough, and he's going to thunder step away.
Okay. And then, and so he thunder steps.
Well, that'll be a DC 17 con save, or they take 3d10 thunder.
So as he does, from above, you all hear the crackling of that boom, the thunder go out. And it, it blows all these little goblins back into bits. I mean, whatever was left, anything that survived is not going to continue. As you thunderstep them, Red.
And then Red will be right next to y'all because he can teleport. He teleports 90 feet.
Okay.
And he's like, "Oh, that's stupid bastards! They really thought I'd surrender."
Oh man.
Well, that's one peaceful civilization hand.
I know, we just destroyed it all. At least it was just like a small part, as Malcolm says, just a market.
It's just the market. We've only devastated the economy.
Oh no, the market's fucked. Like the market is. I mean, like there was.
But we
like,
did it as a team, and that's what really
But we
matters.
did it as a family.
Yeah.
Honestly, and Bo's officially part of the society now.
This has become D&D the fastest.
Vin Diesel tank top. Vin Diesel tank top.
Just here's your coupon book for the House of Spirits. Here's your tank top. Welcome to the team.
We live our lives one goblin massacre at a time.
Oh man, they
But not
have
Snatchel.
done it.
We love snack cakes.
Oh,
And so there's a moment there for them to all like kind of take a breath, kind of like to literally like chuckle about it, right? I imagine like all the shit that they go.
We're all covered.
through.
Well, now that we've been dunked in water, I guess.
Yeah,
we're a
they've
little
been
bit
dunked in
more
water.
clean.
Some of the shit's kind of like washed off.
Only Red is still fully filthy because he teleported.
That's true. Well, we could all just splash him from the side,
Yeah, he's gonna go clean
That's what
himself
we're doing.
off.
We just
We're
go
doing-
dunk him by his ankle in the river.
We're doing water fights now.
Snatcher walks over to Bo and puts up like a little hand, like reaching up to like shake it, like thank you for saving Snatcher.
I give him like a finger.
Stooping over.
Well, thank you, and yeah, I don't. I guess Snatcher free now. I can live here mostly. Where are you going from here?
We should take Snatcher with us.
Well, I mean, it's his choice if he wants to come with us.
We're going to Skullport. You have any idea where that is from down here?
Skullport. Ooh. Snatcher likes Skullport, but he Snatcher not. Snatcher never don't have friends to accompany to Skullport. If you protect Snatcher, we could go. There's a good ale in Skullport.
You had me at ale, kid. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's protect this kid. Take him with us.
Yeah.
Skullport. He kind of walks down and goes, "We have to sail down the river, but we should be like quiet. Lots of monsters hiding in caverns above. Drow, Dugar, purple worms." He starts like just naming off monsters.
Multiple purple worms.
Satchel, please. Please,
Holders.
Satchel, I want to say thank you.
Purple worm, no
Okay, I cover
match
his
for
mouth.
you all. Come get them. Come get us, purple worms.
No,
I found
no,
heroes.
Amnon covers his mouth.
It's like, it's like
Like
purple
you said, we
worms,
have to be
worms.
There's a slight
Can you
tremor.
just knock this thing out? They won't turn off.
Okay, sorry. I got a little excited.
Well, if you do sail there, I would say that you be among friends.
Snatch'll think he'd go for now. Better go with you than be stuck in cage, hanging from ceiling.
You know what? It's better for us to go with you than be stuck hanging from a ceiling as well. And Ammon's going to hold his hand out to shake his hand.
Shakes it, little finger. And so they pile onto this raft, and he's got like one little oar that he normally uses, that one he hands to one of you as you all begin to drift. And he kind of uses this tarp to cover up so that he doesn't you can see that he uses the tarp to kind of be quiet and float on the river and not draw any unwanted attention. But he is telling you guys are sailing this way, this path down towards Skullport. And I'll share with you kind of like, this is not really for you all, because I think even on your map, it would be hard for you to figure out on your map where you are, but so that you can kind of maybe imagine where you're at, it would look very similar to, give me a second. Actually, while I prepare that, like, I'll turn it over to them as they've been fighting this entire episode. If there's anything they want to share with each other while I kind of like do some loading here.
Demetria's scooping up water to clean her shield off.
Tempe was awful, so he needs to like relax.
Oh, I can drop some. I can drop a cure wounds on Tempe.
Yeah, he looks like shit right now.
Yeah, can we take a short rest?
Can we say that on this boat we're taking a short rest?
Can we take a short rest on his boat? Can we do that?
You are planning to take a short rest. We're just hoping. We haven't gone through an hour yet, though.
Okay.
So you are in the process of attempting a short rest here.
Yes.
All right.
As we always do.
During the short rest, would it be restful if Amnon would work on Machina?
The tinkering and the fixing, like the metal sounds, when you start doing it, Snatcher goes to Amnon, shh, and like,
until you get to Skullport. Too much noise. You told me to be quiet. You being loud.
Fine.
He
longer-
turned into Jar Jar Binks.
Misa take you to Skullport. You said be quiet.
This fucking goblin has got to stay with us forever, man. Malcolm has to do goblin voice for fucking ever.
Yes. 100%. Lenore, you have a little brother now.
Yeah, 1,000%.
My thing is also, the longer we go without fixing Machina, the more I just imagine Bo and Demetria weekend at Bernieing him around.
No, but here's what I'll give you. I know I'm kind of giving you a little shit, but Amnon, as you're like trying to like do a little bit of, you can give me a, as a, because you're part. What's your class?
Artificer.
Artificer. Do you have a toolkit in your artificer package of any type? How do you?
So I have what is it called? I have enough of a artificer so where I can within like I think within a short rest I can make whatever tools I need.
Okay. So what I'll say is that if it's a short rest, then this turn, what you're doing is you're spending your time kind of building what is necessary, kind of coming up. You're figuring out the final tools. This is your first time actually holding the brain, looking at the inside of the socket, and starting to kind of connect things. So you're able to do that without, but you do realize with all the bobbing of the water, it would be just easier if you could find an inn or some place to just kind of, chill to effectively, knock this out. One second here. I will say if I did make level 3, because you do have the map is very faint at this point, but you do have a map of level 3 that lets you know where you kind of are traveling down. Let me see. I'm still trying to find the level to show you all, but it's
row your boat gently down the stream.
Yeah, it's being for.
Dimitri, I'm gonna have Pence, my little flying snake's gonna come out of my coat, and he's gonna go over and he's gonna land on your shoulder.
What?
Just
Okay.
gonna just hang out.
Dimitri's looking at this snake like,
Oh, that's Pence. He's like he's a good
Pence?
friend. Yeah, he's kind of like a brother of mine. We've been together for about 15 years now.
She glances between the snake and Bo. Yeah, I can see the family resemblance. Right? Hence the snake. Is this a right? Brother pence the snake, sure. She like goes out and like kind of pats his head a little bit, like doesn't know if that's a thing you do to snakes.
Can
He's receptive.
Amnon approach and like, do you mind if I pet you?
He'll like slither towards you a little bit. He'll actually like kind of start fluttering as his wings like
So this
Sweet.
Nifty.
is the river that Amnon's able to locate on the map that you are traveling down. And so it would probably take almost an hour to travel all the way through here.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Here is where leads to Skullport. So you guys are just
Okay.
kind of just
Okay.
traveling right now.
Moving right along.
it's a small
As Amnon pets the Bo's snake, he's gonna be like, I miss Axel. And then I'm gonna use that time to start the ritual to
Yay.
Axel back in.
Yeah, and Demetra is gonna, as the snake kind of starts fluttering between her and Amnon, she is going to glance at Bo and kind of like look down to her shield where she's trying to like pick goblin gunk out of the ridges that make up like Bahamut's wings. And then she's gonna say to Bo, "You're good in a fight, new guy. Sorry I was giving you such a hard time earlier."
It's all right. It runs in my blood, I guess.
And
Sweet.
Red is going to be converting sorcery points to spell slots and spell slots to sorcery points
Okay.
to pretty much turn my higher level spell slots into lower level spell slots. Kind of replenish those.
He will not be caught unfireballable again.
How's Tippy doing? How's he feeling after so far?
You're muted, sir.
He looks beat up. He was going to do some drastic
Yeah.
shit at the end there, but he didn't have to, luckily. But he was worried there for a second.
He better not have.
He was fixing to do some shit that might not have made everybody else happy, but
Just imagine how
Okay.
angry Ravi is going to be with you when Demetria uses that scroll to save your ass.
that's true. That's true. He's better now. He's on a boat with snack cakes and the rest of his friends. Short rest.
with his new child.
Stealth checks everyone.
Oh,
Oh, fuck my life.
Advantage stealth checks, but stealth checks not.
Okay,
Oh.
advantage. Yay.
That's a normal roll then.
18.
Oh wait, shit. Yeah, that is just a normal roll.
Wow.
Damn it.
Sweet.
10.
Okay.
So if I have a good bonus, dirty 20.
Okay.
13.
As
15.
you sail,
Not gonna automatically passes because he is making no noise.
Snatcher looks, and he looks up, and there's a little point where I imagine this feels like Pirates of the Caribbean, where you're just kind of sailing through the cavern with like the ambient light right everywhere. And these bugbears, there's some bugbears that are just kind of like come over. They seem to be like having a talk, but they're like not. They're supposed to be like on this perch overlooking, like, but they clearly aren't paying attention. They've got bows slung over their shoulders. And they're like, oh, like seem to be like arguing with each other as you like kind of just sail right by them. And continue on, and just as quickly as they were there, you go around a bend, and they're gone.
These animatronics are really lifelike.
I can smell the chlorinated water now.
And you guys sail on, and then at some point the ground kind of tremors, and you look off to the side, and on like a very dark, and there's some of these like bioluminescent like fungus kind of growing in the area, so it lights this area right offshore, just enough to see these little baby larvae, little purple things crawling around, and they full of teeth, little purple worms just like crawling around on the shore, like in a in a little section with like rocks around it, like eating like pebbles and rocks. And then there's this huge open cavernous space that looks like it's been burrowed through on that side and burrowed through on the other side, and you just kind of sail right by. And yeah,
No.
it's
Maybe raising one from that stage, you might be able to get a good familiar.
Demetria's head snaps around and glares at Red.
you all can give yourself a short rest. You have made it an hour.
I can't believe we got to go on a boat ride.
I can't believe we got to go on Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
It was a cute little boat ride too.
And as you're kind of feeling, kind of getting your second wind there, you sail through a dark cave, and as you exit the other side, Snatchel goes,
Ha! Port of Shadows.
and you know that he's calling it by its other name, but you have arrived in Skullport. This immense cavern. This immense cavern space has multiple levels. The lower level, the middle level, and the top. And it's like a little shanty town, all built on top of, all like built up against the side of the wall of the cavern, right? It's almost like a favela. And there's this stone bridge that connects the southern end of the town to an island that flows through like the sluggish river, and that the river is the Sargoth River that you're on. So as you sail through, you're kind of at the southern end, so you can see this fortress. And then little Snatch goes, "That's Skull Island," and so it literally is its own little island with a bridge connecting it to that little shanty town. I'll also share.
Does it look like a skull, Malcolm?
It does have. It has. It has a Castle Grayskull kind of look to the front of it, where the drawbridge is. Absolutely. This is.
I love me. Love me a skull-shaped island called Skull Island.
Yes. And so, as they are arriving, they know that they're one step closer to meeting Obaya, hopefully, the resistance, all of that. And as they arrive, it's so dark. The place is just, but to give you some more, it's everything's deteriorated and haphazard looking. The buildings are so tightly packed, made of wood and stone, piled against one another. They're just unnamed thoroughfares. And there's a bit of a strange breeze through the cavern. It looks like once you set foot that it would be a labyrinth to run through the different catwalks above, like, because as it stacks on top of each other, you can see that there's little different crossways to different sections, and it goes up almost like 60 feet, but then above, the caverns overhead are 90 feet, and just full of a forest of stalactites. The whole place is lit by very few lanterns. You can see people kind of walk around. You can see that there's clearly people walking with those lanterns from place to place in the dark. You can hear kind of like pirate, like you hear someone kind of singing in a tavern nearby. There's a guy with his legs hanging over one of the catwalks above. And you see a place to port. And the only other strange thing you see is these little ghostly, greenish-looking flames that seem to haunt the place, moving through the streets, but people don't seem to be fearful of them. And they all each have a skull. These little skulls that are flaming just float around, casting like a strange, greenish glow. Can I have a history check from all of you?
Ooh.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
Well.
So Bo knows that they are flame skulls.
Natural 19.
So
You guys,
so
those are
to me-
flame skulls.
And so those are and
I
they
knew
know
that
that the
too.
flame skulls to be often the rumors are that they were often the skulls or the disembodied kind of spirits that live in the skull of old wizards from ancient times, right?
Oh my God.
And so these things are sentient, and they seem to kind of like just float around like they own the place or like they're guarding. And you all have arrived in Skullport. And we will end our session there tonight as they are like docking and pick up their next week.
On the little SS Snatchel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get charged a couple gold to park it at the dock.
There's someone in a pirate uniform with a little name tag, like helping us get out of the boat.
Keep it
This was a
moving.
good game.
Good stuff. Good little
Oh,
shakedown on the goblins. Let them know who you guys are.
There's something about being a D&D player where some of like the stereotypical fights of like a horde of goblins or like a bunch of giant rats. I haven't had one of those in like a bajillion years.
Yeah. Yeah.
These last 2 sessions were pretty fun
mhm.
because of that. I feel like.
And I know a lot of people try to like. I feel like the one thing that happens in most D&D games is once you get high level, goblins just magically disappear because they're not worth using. So it's like.
Well, they
always
were
like-
chipping away at us there. I was worried.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Challenging. That was
Yeah,
a
they're-
challenging fight.
Because I was
good.
down to like 20 something hit points there by the time we started running. So
Yeah.
like another round of them dumping arrows and shit on us.
Yeah. So this was my trying it a different. So I have 2 ways of using. I have this time I was actually using bands of 10 goblins, but I also have because with my other group who are really high level, and going forward, I probably will ditch the whole rolling 30 dice. But what I do is when I get that many shooters I just use area effect. But that means you always take damage because I've rolled enough. Like you roll enough d20s, you realize what the averages are going to be. You can average out the damage. You can just treat it like it's like pretty much a little mini goblin fireball every round instead of rolling that many dice. But I wanted to see if it actually added up, and with all the time and the math that I was doing, it would have been about the same thing to just go deck save every round, deck save, take some damage, deck save, everybody take 5, deck save,
I mean, the way that the field of arrows falls on us, it feels like an area.
Yeah, that was also the fun of just like hearing them rain down on you constantly every turn. Because they were really, I think, like the harshest, probably the threat to like draining your resources over time was just those goblins. So
a consistent 10 hit points per round,
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least.
Amnon was pretty much almost dead at one point.
Yeah.
But
Amnon
I got
is always
Yep.
almost dead.
Always.
I was super
but
good
Amnon,
until
because you're multi-class.
That breath weapon.
that
It's
breath
like-
weapon was
It's
crazy.
because you're
Weapon
multi-class.
wrecked
You're
me.
essentially the wizard. Like you're like that sorcerer who like you're the glass cannon, right? Like
You do a lot of damage. Is the thing is you
shit
do a
ton
lot of damage.
But if you get hit a few times,
I
in a
like
round-
that, the glass cannon. That's
That's
a
what they're
really.
called, glass cannons. Yeah.
I never heard that before. That was
Really?
that's-
Okay, yeah. I didn't make
Yeah.
that. Like that was called wizards and swords. Like certain classes are glass. cannons.
Monk is a glass cannon.
Monk is a glass.
Yeah.
cannon,
I think that comes from that comic, that webcomic with the red mage.
Mm,
Whatever that webcomic is.
yeah, I knew tonight might be a little shorter, but I just wanted to get us through the fight. So then you
A
can
little
spend your
shorter,
next
almost 10
episode.
o'clock.
Yeah, I know. Right? It's about
Plus, we
the
didn't even
same.
have like our half-hour
So-
bullshit session to start.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, that was like all fighting. Yeah, you always go, oh, they're just gonna have one fight tonight. It's like 3 hours of that.
But that was an interesting fight for 3 hours. I felt.
Yeah.
It didn't like it didn't drag or anything. Sometimes
you guys
get
are
fight and it
you're
takes a long
forcing
time.
me to get creative now that we're in higher levels. The shit turns into work after like 12 and up is just so much work, man. To have an encounter is just like
Holy shit.
you need layer actions, you need like all kind of shit, or it's just like just 2 hits per ogre. Like I mean, they're just ogres, but Jesus,
I gotta tell you,
those
though,
were like 60
That
hit
was
point
nuts. That was
ogres
nuts.
that he was cleaving through, like just like
That was
die.
this camera movement, Malcolm. The camera movement.
Oh yeah,
right
yeah,
now,
it's on like
I feel like I'm watching a TikTok.
Yeah, I've been turning it off, but what it'll do sometimes is it'll turn on if I'm moving too much because it'll think it's trying to track me, and I was like, don't track me. I don't want to be
It
tracked.
reminds
right
me of like watching an episode of Jersey Shore or something.
Yeah,
like
all
hand
shaky
look,
cam.
it's
now. So I just turned it
wild.
off, so now it's not like tracking me or whatever.
Like I know you're sitting still, and the fact that the camera
Yeah.
is all over the fucking place is bugging me out.
Well, you know what? It's moving a lot more tonight because tonight I stood this entire session, so I'm standing. Like, I'm
Oh,
sitting, so-
dang.
Malcolm's been cycling this whole time.
Yeah,
Malcolm's on his Peloton.
Yeah.
I should. I need to move.
Honestly,
I stood tonight because I was like, I need to move. Like I have been.
Malcolm's on his balance board.
next time I'm gonna be calling in from the gym.
Listen,
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
At my age now, I like going up the stairs every day. It's like, oh my god, here we go with the baby in my hand. I'm like, don't fall, because I'm gonna kill my baby and me. I gotta just like, so I gotta like start moving some more. I was
Malcolm,
like,
horror story for you. Horror story for you. My
Oh,
life.
no.
I live in a 4th floor walk up, no elevator, 4 flights of
at
stairs
least
every
that
day.
is- That is. But did you get that movie?
I'd
You
never
get
leave
that
my
in?
house. I'd be like Rapunzel
Oh
and shit.
man, I'd be like,
I keep telling my roommate, I'm like, look, we just go to Home Depot. We get some pulleys, we get some
Yeah.
rope, we just lower
Yeah,
the rope
get you
over
a
the side.
a
And
You
we
know what
all
you-
our
great
groceries.
elevator.
dude, you know you hit them with the like, where is the accessibility in this building? Like,
That's
geez.
the fucked up thing is, unfortunately, I have tried to raise that question. It's because they prioritize assigning the bottom floor apartments to, and all the bottom floor
Ah,
apartments are
got
ADA
it.
certified.
Yeah,
Johanna
ADA.
lives in one, so it's got like wide doors and
Yeah.
whole different situations. So that's, and then it's more eco-friendly because there's less electricity. And I'm like,
Yeah.
And then you have a single
Oh.
light bulb hanging on a string.
yep,
You
I have my
gotta be
single light
careful.
bulb up here on the ceiling, set into
Malcolm,
my
you gotta be
ceiling fan because we
careful
can't
on
have
the
any
stairs, bro.
No, I
My fat
know.
ass fell down the stairs the other day, bro. The other
No,
night,
bro.
I was going down the stairs. I felt horrible for like 2 days, bro. I was
Bro,
like, bro, my back, it was
No.
horrible.
I've fallen on the
fucked
stairs.
up.
I've lived here for. I've fallen on the stairs twice in like a span of like 6 years.
Yeah, yeah.
And the last time I hit my hip, and that I was out for like a
Oh,
week.
Yo,
You're like, oh, you're like walking
Yo,
around like.
I fell
where's
down
my
the stairs,
hip,
right?
bro?
And I slid halfway
You
down.
slide. You like.
I slid halfway down, and then I
Yes!
just sat there like this. I was
Yes,
like, "Fuck, dude!"
you
I couldn't
feel-
even get up,
it's-
bro.
Listen, it's
Gravity.
worse that it's worse that you don't tumble. It's
No,
even worse
it
that
is
you
worse.
slide. You're like, pow!
Your
Slap,
body's
slap,
like,
slap, like just a fat lard,
Bro, it was,
And then you hurt
I
so
felt
bad, you're like,
every
I
pound,
survived that. I
Every
should've
pound
just
of my
broke my
body
neck.
hit each there. It was, man,
What am I doing with my life?
yeah. Literally, like. not
especially
even-
because Malcolm having